It's been 12 months since acquittal, and so much has passed us by. Such as tampering with evidence, and some blatant flat-out lies. He's a special new prosector, and Hank Breeden is his name. He is a dirty Boston lawyer, and his arguments are lame. He's trying to squash all of our experts, as he has no case to claim. He should have won an Oscar medal to convince the court he's sane. He can lie without a conscience and keep that smirk upon his face. I bet he wears those silky undies, the ones with edging made of lace. And Judge Beverly Academy is so biased for the state, is wading through 100 motions in a rush to seal my fate. So you can bring in Massachusetts, cause we all ain't got no quit. And we all know that the truth is my car is not the thing John hit.
Jump on his face. That just sounded wrong. Morning all. Half or half now. Oh. Good morning, Christine. How are you, darling? Who else is in the house? Who else is in the house? I see you. Hello, Grandma. Oh, that's lovely for you to pop on in. I've got some you should have popped in last night. Hello, my sweetless. Teresa learnt a few new things last night. We had a silly stream because it's getting very, very serious this trial. So yes, I thought it was time we had a bit of a giggle, and yeah, Teresa learnt what a ghostie was. It was rather funny. And I've added a couple of little tidbits, you know, your little funny things that'll pop up during the middle of a stream when shit goes on. So, but this one is my favourite. I had to do this today. You ready? Yeah? All right. It's a disclaimer. Yeah. Some people don't like it when you talk. Yep. Don't stop. Don't bother. Bye-bye. So we have a new, where is it? All right, this one, I really like this one.
One look at you, and I know that you are an idiot.
Yep, I narrated that. And this one.
All right, I've had enough. I'm going to wipe my ass with you.
I think they're quite appropriate for during the trial. I reckon I can use them. Yep, certainly find somewhere to place them. Yep, that shit happening. I didn't actually realise that there was another at the final day of the motions hearing today, so we've got some content. Not that we didn't have any, but yeah, we'll take a look at that today. I think I don't think it goes for that long. No, it's only about an hour, so we will amuse ourselves somehow. So welcome. Thank you very much for joining us. What have I got? I've got my drinks. I've got my plums. I've got my glasses. I've got my vape. Where's my sanity gone? Oh, the fuck did that go? I put it down again, didn't I? Lost it. Thing. All right, let's get to it, shall we? Oh, him again. Fuck. Really? Might even use those things today. All right, where is my little overlay? There we go. And we're on the wrong. All right. Yeah, that's probably better. Okay. Ready, please, Mr. Music. through the rectangle window.
Commonwealth. I'm not whining. The Commonwealth should not be unfairly prejudiced. The people of the Commonwealth should not be unfairly prejudiced because it is inevitably, it diverts jurors' attention away from the defendant
And
on
it sounded
trial
in my ears.
and onto the third party. Essentially, it requires the Commonwealth to prove beyond a reasonable doubt the third-party culprit did not commit the crime.
That's
If
better.
there was evidence of third-party culprit, the defendant should be entitled to use it. In this case, there is not. There is no motive. There is no motive. To
Thank you,
suggest that
sweetness.
one person was pining, although the text messages don't show that, they both stopped corresponding with each other days before.
Good morning.
To suggest that
We
Mr.
have.
Albert is friends with Mr. Higgins and therefore he is bootstrapped
Oh.
into a conspiracy.
Whilst I remember, Rob Alessi in chat the other day wasn't the real one. Sorry. I actually thought of something that I wanted to tell him, and I went back to the stream to click into his, because I subscribed to his YouTube page, to write him a message, and yeah, it was completely different. Yeah, completely different. Not him at all. I wouldn't be surprised if it was someone paid by the prosecution to just go around and find out what people are saying and what angles they've got and what theories they've got, and posing as a defense attorney. Yeah, because he got me to spill my guts on what my theories were, and then that would pre-arm these fuckers.
Conspiracy to kill with no evidence. Certainly the defense can infer certain facts like getting rid of the SIM card in a way they want, and I don't begrudge that at all. There's different interpretations.
Infer certain facts. I actually think it's not an inference. He actually did dispose of the SIM card and the phone in two separate locations, just in case someone might have put the two together on a was it on a Air Force base? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So what I understand that this was.
Oh, you can interpret that differently, can you? Oh, righto.
Heavily considered in the federal investigation.
Sorry, I'm commentating.
That absolute thorough investigation, there were no charges. There was no evidence of third-party culprit. There were no indictments. And so, although we don't know the parameters of the federal investigation and we can only guess as to some of it, we know from what we did receive in review, it was thorough. And if there was third-party culprit evidence, we would expect that there would be a basis for it. It's not an entitlement to simply bring it in under Bowden. I don't defend that there was commentary in the officer's phone that was inappropriate, but that doesn't automatically.
Good morning,
create a
Angel
situation
Cats.
where
Hello.
there is evidence that the police officers knew
How are
that there
you?
was somebody that should have been investigated.
I don't need to put your link in the chat anymore because it's on my page. It's a permanent link on there, so check that shit out. There is, because of all the hard work that as the gavel drops, I know you all know who they are, and I know you all know how to find them. Because of all the work they do, there's a lot of sites and courthouses and county clerks and stuff that's hidden behind, like, to get the documents, it's hidden behind a paywall, and they pay a shit ton of money to supply us with the goods. So they never ask for anything, but they do have a fundraiser now. It's called I think it's through the coffee, Buy Me a Coffee, and they use all that money through there to buy the documents from the courts for us to use for you. All right, so get on it.
In fact, when Mr. Albert came down the stairs, the testimony is the police officer was already
Do you
inside
think-
his home. There's no
You
evidence.
think Toxic Orchid
Mr.
would like my
First
new
responders was still outside. That
I've got a, during the trial when it happens, I it's just one of those things. I feel it in my waters. I think there's going to be times where I'm going to get a little bit frustrated, and I need to have a venue or an option in which to express myself without interrupting the proceedings for a great deal of time. So I've come up with a couple of different things.
One look at you, and I know that you are an idiot.
That is going to get By the time I'm finished with that, it's going to look like an old VHS. You've been busy. Are you setting? Yeah. Oops. Nearly deleted your comment then accidentally. Damn stupid hands. Yeah. Yep. Kimberly Sullivan. Who's that? I haven't heard of her. Just out of whilst I've got you here, Lisa Cunningham, the Australian who's in Arizona. I know the death penalty's been taken off the table now, but do you know if that case is going to be live streamed at all, or she held her stepson? Oh, what? Oh, shoot. Oh, okay. Kimberly Sullivan. Is this a new case or coming up? Kimberly Sullivan. You're in Connecticut. Where is it on, Tricia? Okay. I just thought, given that she was the first Aussie to go on the death penalty, well, she's not now, but she was, that it might have captured some interest. It's a new case. All right. So it's not going to trial just yet. And I've worked out, I think, how to get a free VPN set up. So I might have a little bit more luck accessing some of your stuff over there because it just stuffs me up big time. Big time. All right. Wow. And so where is this new case? Yeah, I know I've been watching it. I've got it on my notifications. So anything that comes in, I get notified because I'm keeping my eye on that one. And the other one that I'm waiting for is it's the Oakley Snow. What's the mother's name? It's the mother and the boyfriend that took off with the child. And she's just beautiful. Adeline, is it? But the child's name's Oakley Snow. She's just gorgeous. I think that's coming up in the next couple of months. There's just so many, and only one of me. All right, I shall have a look see.
Aid could have been rendered. That is just totally speculative. It's just piecing together different facts and telling a story. So inevitably, while I recognize the case law, there are plenty of cases that talk about third-party culprit should not be admitted if inappropriate. Commonwealth versus Stedman. In that case, a person, not the defendant, was in a fight with a person at a campsite. And then later, the defense supposedly went back to the campsite, a friend of this person, Royal, and used a knife to stab and kill him. And the defense wanted to introduce prior convictions about the fact that this supposed third-party culprit had attacked people at other homeless sites. Pretty close relationship. A person having a history of attacking people at homeless tent sites. And the court, looking at 403, did not allow it as third-party culprit. They said that the admission would be feeble, pose a risk of unfair prejudice. In that case, there was third-party culprit admitted pursuant to Bowden in a very different way. Commonwealth versus Moore. The court would not admit layered hearsay showing different identifications that were relayed by the police from third parties regarding a culprit. They said that the hearsay was uncertain, the source is unreliable, and it was inadmissible as third-party culprit. So it is not an entitlement to be third-party culprit. Commonwealth versus Buckman, 461 Mass, 2011. The defendant was charged with murdering his wife. When they received a report from one of the defendant's friends, the defendant was softly tied to a pole to look like he had been kidnapped. Inevitably, the police determined that he had help or tied himself as a ruse. And this person, the helper, his friend, had connections to gambling, was there. When the police couldn't find the body, he knew exactly where the body was. That case is far stronger than many. And in that case, no motive, no intent, and they did not let a third-party culprit defense go forward. Facts suggesting that one side believes a person's telling the truth or not is not facts of third-party culprit. It's just not here in this case. And again, I iterate my position on denying the defense to cross-examine witnesses about these generalizations and these character attacks. I think it will mislead the jury, and it will become a total diversion for the jury. And I don't think the basis is anywhere close. It's feeble.
Yeah, briefly respond. Thank you. First of all, Your Honor, speaking about the federal investigation, when you were not a part of it, and talking about why a federal grand jury was convened, what they were investigating, what they found or didn't found, is complete speculation. It should not be a part of this argument. We don't know. It didn't prove anything. It's not as though they came up with a statement exonerating anyone. So that should not be considered by the court. With regard to the two cases that Mr. Brennan cited, you'll note that in one, he talked about the exclusion of hearsay evidence. There's a different standard when you want to introduce hearsay evidence as part of a third-party culprit defense. There need to be substantial connecting links to the crime itself. The court ruled in that case there weren't. In Finney, there were. And with regard to the other case, well, I'm sorry, that's with regard to hearsay. With regard to the other case, that was the exclusion of past assaults to show that somebody was violent. Again, Como v. Conkey is a case where they said, well, that should be, in addition to a normal or a regular third-party culprit defense, you should also be entitled to that evidence. So that's not very instructive. The other two things I just wanted to point out, because I did not mention them, Your Honor, is that Brian Albert also disposed of his phone. And we'll never know what was on that. That's further evidence of consciousness of guilt. And then an important point is that the plow driver, Mr. Laughlin, went by the house at 3:30 in the morning and saw a Ford Edge parked in the very area where John O'Keefe's body was found. And we know from the evidence that the Alberts, both Brian Albert and Colin Albert, owned a
Yeah, I
Ford
thought you
Edge.
did,
So
yeah.
that is in the mix as well. Unless the court has any questions, I include that on that.
Oh, God. Oh, speaking of that, I've been waiting for ages. The Hannah Bunak lady, the Asian lady that was married to the father who had two daughters, and she ended up killing the youngest one and then put it into it like a 10-litre paint tin into one of those kids' wheelbarrows and wheeled it to the mother's house and dumped it on the mother's front lawn for her to find. I've been waiting for that one to come up, but I can't see it anymore. I think it's Hannah Bunak was hers. Was that one? There's a few that I've had my eye on, and of course it gets to the time where it's ready to go and I've done all this research, and then they just go, no, it's not getting live streamed. I'm like, fuck me. It gives me the shits. They need to say it's going to be televised somehow, or Court TV need to flag it or something.
Paper 620, the Commonwealth motion for production of records regarding unsolved productions.
Oh, this is the motion that Hank's put forward. He wants all of the testimony from the documentary that that Karen's just been released, because he believes that it's waiving client-attorney privilege, and it is all admissible.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and Elisa is an Aussie.
Your Honor, the Commonwealth filed a Rule 17 motion for records from unsolved productions.
Oh.
It has been discussed briefly in court.
What did you want me to do about being told? What I've been told. Yeah. Oh, excuse me. There's only one audio source that I've found that will stream this Yeah, I've seen it, but I just didn't. I thought I might have missed it. That's all. The audio feed that I found for the mushroom for Erin Patterson, it's not a live audio. It's an after, like it's a recap audio, because they're not allowing anything into the courtroom unless Tanya and I go in, and in which case we can't record anyway, but we can still do the same thing. But I'll have to listen to the audio and then do the recap myself. How did you want me to share that with you when the time comes? Because I think it's the 28th of April that starts, I do believe. And I'm hoping it's April or May. I'll look that up. But yeah, if it's in May, we'll actually go up there. It's only about an hour and a half from me. And we'll stay there. We'll do a road trip for a few days. So yeah, let me know what you want. This is because Toxic can't get any of the footage at all. You can stream footage. Yeah, put it on your YouTube channel. Yes, there you go. Exclusive. Because you won't get anywhere else, I'm telling you now. Yeah. Yep. So yeah. All right, well, we'll work out something. I can even April 3rd. Yeah, she was supposed to be that was supposed to have happened in November. She was supposed to have that all done. It's just been delayed and delayed and delayed. Did you see the video of her towing that little cart, the metal? Oh, it's chilling. It's awful. There's whole CCTV footage of her dragging this bucket in one of those kids trolley things. Ugh. Evil woman, evil. Yeah, well, if you wanted to stream it on your YouTube channel, I can even link your YouTube channel into mine and have it straight across. So we'll work something out. Don't you worry.
Or at times during
Your people
argument, there
talk
was
to my
a
people.
so-called documentary that was aired in a 5-part series. It gave a inside, behind-the-scenes look
Or
of the defense
retarded
team and
fingers.
Ms. Reed as it prepared for the last trial. This 5-part docu-series produces a number of statements from the defendant. Many of them
I can't watch this.
extraordinarily
It won't let
relevant.
me.
Some of them, from the Commonwealth's perspective, extraordinarily
I'm spewing.
incriminating, and many of them inconsistent with statements made publicly in the past, including Dateline 2020 into Gretchen Voss.
Well, I wanted to get
We serve
VPN.
the local service in Boston, a local agent. The record holder is the producer of the series, and they have been notified. If the court allows this motion, I expect they will provide the information to us by the end of the week. I understand there is probably over 200 hours of recorded interviews, and we expect to use a number of those statements at trial. We have statements of the defendant. They're admissible substantively, they're admissible as admissions, and they're admissible to show contradictions with other statements. And so they are material and relevant. I understand the time frame. We haven't had the privilege of seeing them. The defense was there for a part or most of it, but we will use the time we can to sift through it. We're not looking for a continuance or additional time to look at the materials. We'll look at them as we prepare for trial.
You've already
And so
watched
I'm
it.
asking you to grant this. It clearly makes the Rule 17 standard material relevant. We don't have access to these before trial. We won't be able to prepare for them if we get them pursuant to a trial subpoena. They've been properly subpoenaed and they're forthcoming with a court order.
Is no one here from Unsolved Productions opposed to this?
There is not.
Defense want to be heard on?
Your Honor, we're not aware of the communications back and forth between the Commonwealth and the production company. So we've not been privy to that. This is the first we're hearing of any communications that they had with the production company. I think obviously, in an abundance of caution, they should get an opportunity to oppose if they wish. Nothing officially has been filed one way or the other. So we're not in a position to argue on their behalf for sure.
All right.
So he just passes something. Here you go. Take that.
We have two things left to discuss. I want to talk about general impoundment. We also have a Commonwealth motion regarding Mr. Yanetti's claim. Mr. Yanetti, it's 12:10. Which one do you want to go forward on first? Do you want to talk about the impoundment, or do you want this motion?
I'm not going to either of those.
I understand, but do you have a preference with number four? All right, so let's do that motion. Commonwealth's motion to compel communications between the defendant and the attorney. Still within the defendant's.
She sounds pissed off. Don't blame her.
Your Honor, so I'm clear, the Commonwealth is not seeking all communications between Ms. Reed and Mr. Yanetti. We're only requesting the communications that may be on any type of records in the possession of the
Between the
Commonwealth.
29th and
And
the
specifically,
first,
there
I think.
are phone records which have been redacted, and I do not know what is underneath those redactions. And we believe we have entitlement to the information in the narrow area where Ms. Reed has waived her attorney-client privilege. Specifically, where the defendant intentionally divulged the content of her communications with Attorney Yanetti about
Yeah.
liability and potentially striking John O'Keefe with her car. Those subject areas in that narrow time frame are no longer privileged because they're now public. The Commonwealth has identified a very narrow window, and that's a 3-day period. And that is what is mentioned by Ms. Reed in her public statements, that she spoke to Mr. Yanetti and she thought about it for 3 days. We're not looking for any information beyond what has been waived. We're not looking for any information on collateral issues, and that's why we suggest that the court look at those records.
What he's
in
talking
camera,
about
and the
is
court makes
there was, I think it was one of the interviews she did early on, and they were talking about when, after things had happened, and she went to the hospital when she was sectioned, and then she retained David Yanetti as her attorney, and they had discussions about it because she had no idea what was going on, so she's still in the what the fuck happened, she said to him, could I have clipped him with my with his foot while he was bending over vomiting, and I've driven off and didn't know it, and could I have done this, could I have done that? 'Cause she's running through all these scenarios on what's going on, and she said, it's been on my mind, it's been playing on my mind, and it's been like I've racked my brains for 3 days over it now, and I've realized that no, I didn't hit him. There was nothing. I would remember that, blah, 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 blah. And so that's what because she said that in an interview, that means that she has waived her attorney-client privileges for that 3-day period, apparently. And that's what he's after. Oh, good. Because I'm sure that they did the competency last year.
the assessment,
I keep
whether or not
putting it off
where was-
every
where
month
Ms.
in my
Reed
diary
waived
going,
her attorney-client
competency
privilege,
hearing,
whether any of those
competency hearing.
materials would similarly be waived because they are exactly related. This
Poisons.
is made in good faith. Anything that is non-privileged is open to the public. It's not confidential. There are 2 communications that Ms. Reed made publicly that we assert waived the attorney-client privilege as it relates to that issue. Ms. Reed had an interview with Gretchen Voss on June 20th, 2023. And the transcript is page 105, line 23. She was asked the question by Ms. Voss, you never said, did I hit him? I hit him. And the answer by Ms. Reed was, I said, did I hit him? Question mark. And then, when I talked to David, now this is later, David said, Karen, if you incapacitated him in any way,
Then you're
there's
culpable.
culpability there. And I thought, all right, maybe this is maybe I said to my mother, just to go forward for a second, they were asking me, what was it like? Did they come out? What was the house like? Similarly, in the documentary series, Ms. Reed is video and audio taped, and it was presented on television, that she said, and then when I hired David Yanetti, I asked him those questions the night of January 29th, like David, what if, I don't know, what if I ran his foot over, or
Yeah.
or what if I clipped him in the knee,
Yeah.
and he passed out or went to care for himself and he threw up or passed out, and David said, yeah, then you have some element of culpability.
Mhm.
So that's how I thought about it
For
for
3
about
days.
3 days. And so that is where I get the time period regarding these relevant statements, admissions by the defendant about her state of
Not
mind
admissions.
and her
They,
interaction with John O'Keefe and her vehicle. These statements were made during conversations that are obviously no longer protected or private or privileged. They're no longer confidential because they've been intentionally disseminated to the public. And so the defendant has voluntarily waived
he
that
really
privilege
does
as to
need
these
to
communications in this subject
stop
area in that time
self-snitching
period.
too. Like,
And the
fuck.
key, Your Honor, is that it is the defendant herself who made the communications confidential. Even if it was inadvertent or
Yeah.
overheard, it would still waive the privilege. This is entirely different. There can be no doubt
When you're
that there was
innocent,
an
people
intention to pierce
don't
that
think about it.
attorney-client
They
privilege,
just
whatever benefit the
they're
defense
happy to
thought
talk.
it gained them.
They want
This
to
was
get the truth out.
intentional. It wasn't secretive. It wasn't overheard. It was a exacting and purposeful engagement. So we ask you to review the cell phone extraction, any text or emails that
Yeah.
may be on those extractions, and relative to that short window, relative to the specific area, anything that is waived that is no longer confidential, we believe we're entitled to. It's obviously would be relevant if it's
Yeah, get
narrowly
on with it.
related to these statements,
Blah
and
blah.
we would use that at trial. Thank you.
You need a blanket statement. Insert usual argument. April 3rd, you said, yeah?
May it please the court.
May it please the court.
The Commonwealth concedes throughout its motion, as it must, that the communications it seeks to intrude into are privileged communications between Ms. Reed and her attorney, Mr. Yannetti. 2 of the 3 instances of the communication they cite to are over 9 months old, and that's in 5 months old respectively. So you have 9 months ago, the Gretchen Voss statements, and 5 months ago, the Vanity Fair statements. But they waited until less than 2 weeks before the start of the trial to bring this momentous and potentially far-reaching and consequential motion. Why? The courts are clear that they take an extraordinarily dim view of parties waiting until moments before trial to raise significant issues like privileged communications this close to trial. The Commonwealth does not explain their delay in raising this issue this close to trial. With regard to the 3rd communication, the HBO Max one, it regards the same event that is discussed in the first 2. There is no addition of an event in the 3rd.
Oh,
So
there you
that
go. Hannah
3rd
Hannah Burnett's trial has been set for the 28th of April, apparently. And she's got the motions hearing on the 3rd of April. So hopefully that will say that the competency has come through. But yeah, apparently her trial has been set for the 28th of April, which is the same goddamn day as the mushroom lady and Curry Richards. What the fuck? Really? If it doesn't rain, it fucking pours.
discussion, the docu-series regards the same events that have been extant in the first
No, I
2
haven't.
that have been extant for 9 months and 5
I can't do it all.
The depth of this
Unfortunately.
attempted intrusion by the Commonwealth should disturb and unsettle every citizen of this Commonwealth because they're either actual or potential clients of lawyers, and it should unsettle every criminal defense attorney in this Commonwealth, and I would dare to say it probably does. As we know, texts, emails, and written communications, exactly what the Commonwealth is seeking here, between an attorney and their client are canonical examples of privileged material. So what is at stake in this motion? What is at stake is the sacrosanct attorney-client privilege. In Upjohn versus United States, the really bedrock attorney-client case from the U.S. Supreme Court, it established that dating at least from the age of Shakespeare, the attorney-client privilege is the oldest privilege for confidential communications known to the common law. And this Commonwealth has identified that it is one of the most important, and it's been recognized in the Commonwealth as early as 1831. And in the context of criminal circumstances, the privilege has constitutional dimensions as well as it affects the interests of justice analysis that is documented in the Commonwealth v. Golden case 395 Mass at 502. And it bears underscoring the basis and the depth of the intrusion is a quote from the very case and the only case that the Commonwealth cites in its motion. It cites one case in its motion for all of its propositions, just one. Matter of a John Doe grand jury investigation, 408 Mass 480. In the case at 485 states, as we have indicated, extraordinarily high value must be placed on the right of every citizen to obtain the thoughtful advice of a fully informed attorney concerning legal matters. A rule that would permit or require an attorney to disclose information given to him or her by a client in confidence, even though such disclosure might be limited to the period after the client's death, would in many instances, we fear, so deter the client from telling all as to seriously impair the attorney's ability to function effectively. We think that the potential is inconsistent with the traditional value our society has assigned. Here's a key point. In the interests of justice, and that's the rooting of the interest of justice analysis, to the right to counsel and to an effective attorney-client relationship. Therefore, except where mandated by constitutional considerations, and it cites the Commonwealth v. Goldman, Super 395 Mass at 502, which are not a factor in this case, nor are they a factor in our, not a factor in that case, we conclude that the attorney-client privilege should not yield either before or after the client's death to society's interest as legitimate as we recognize that interest in obtaining every man's evidence. So the case the Commonwealth cites supports the protection of the attorney-client privilege. With that law jurisprudential predicate in mind, I now turn to the statements at issue here and their import to that analysis.
You know what, Mr. Leslie, I'm going to stop you. I understand the Commonwealth's argument regarding waiver. I understand that the request is narrowly tailored. I'm not going to give you this information, Mr. Brennan. I don't even think it's appropriate for me to have, so the motion's denied.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Well, at least she didn't waste his time and stopped him for a good reason.
All right, so we need to talk about impanelment. What time is it, 5 minutes?
All right, so the court, please.
Mhm.
Very similar. So I have a question. So the Commonwealth on your number 5 on the first page. I don't like the 2 questions in a row, 4 and 5. I don't think we need 5. Is that okay with you, Mr. Brennan? I don't think we need both.
Yes, we got it.
Okay, yeah. So that's out. So I'll go through, actually, I'd like to go through the first page of each. The first page of the defendants, number 13. Do you believe law enforcement officers are generally fair and accurate in their investigations? Who's arguing this for the defense?
I can agree.
All right, so I don't have a problem with that, but it makes sense that we put it after 8, those series of questions.
No objection to that.
All right, any objection to question number 13 and putting it at 9, Mr. Brennan?
I don't have any objection to moving it after 9. I think it's a bit one-sided, it leans towards, one-sided, but I don't have a strong objection to it.
We can balance it if you want to suggest some language.
If there's an invitation to balance, I'll need a moment.
All right, so you
I
can,
can't
you can suggest something,
Okay.
at something. All right, so now moving on to the second page. The Commonwealth's number 17 seems appropriate to me, but if you were working for the same document, it's not in the defense when it was removed, I guess. Is there anything about crash reconstruction testimony that would make it difficult for you to be fair and impartial in this case? I don't have a problem with that question. Does the defense?
We didn't have a real objection to it, just wasn't a particularly useful question. We thought at the last trial, everyone said no, so in furtherance of trying to have additional space for more helpful questions, we just decided to exclude it.
All right, I think we'll keep it.
What do you want about, Anna? But Laurie Vallow? No, I'm not following her. That's one of those ones that the saga goes on and on and on with multiple different people, and I'm not coming in the middle of it. It's like the Eddelstons. No. Yeah, I thought so. Yeah. I can't do it. I'll be once this trial starts, I'm doing the full day live, real time with Mandy. Oh, and someone else from England is joining us. Another content creator. So apparently he's not a free Karen Reid. He thinks that she's guilty, basically. So it'll be good to have a balance, pretty much, on the panel while we watch it. But he has been warned. Laurie Vallow's, she's gone pro se now, hasn't she? I think. See, I am fair and I am reasonable. That just reminded me, I haven't heard from Ty either. He's a worry. Yeah, so come up the start of this, I'll be doing the full bloody day's trial. And then every night at 8 p.m. is a podcast recap, which is going to be really, really interesting. I'm really looking forward to it, actually, because I've purchased this. It's kind of an app, but it's more a database, and it's a legal database. It's designed for attorneys, basically, to put in all of their evidence and all of their testimonies and all of the stuff, and be able to create some kind of points of reference. Like if they go, all right, tell me whose phone was found on blah 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 date, and it will come up and say so and so found that phone here at this location. This is the timestamp on this particular video to find it. So that's what I'm doing behind the scenes. Like I've been sitting at this computer for the last 6 hours. I have to. I'm running the last trial so that I can record it, so that I can transcribe it, so that I can save it in a particular way, and then I can upload it into this database and feed it all in so it's ready to go. So I will have the entire trial sitting in this database with every testimony, every bit of witness statement, every piece of evidence, the whole lot. So when trial number 2 starts, in real time, I can, at the end of the trial, or even at the end of each witness, I can download that, transcribe it, put it into the database, and then say, was there any differences? Was there any abnormalities, any changes, any, compare the two, and you can ask it any question you like. And so it's an interactive thing. Once it's set up, once it's done, it'll be easy. It's just that I've got 36 trial days and 68 witnesses. Yes. Well, most of it's just, that's why I'm doing it as a sleep stream. Once I've run it, the rest of it's fiddly, but yes. So you can ask it anything. It will give you, you can say, what's the likelihood if the jury was presented the evidence at this point in time, right now, what is the likelihood of a guilty verdict based on the facts and evidence in this case? And it will give you, you can ask it anything, absolutely anything. It's amazing. It's really good. So yeah, it's it's one of those things that I worked out that enough through talking with Steve is that, I'll put myself a bit bigger so that you can actually see me. The issues that I've got with this, I've got plenty of watch hours. It's the subscribers that I'm having issues with, and it's because I'm running the real-time trial on your time, which is great, but it puts me up against all the big guys. So I'm running against people with, over 200,000 subscribers. So the algorithm, as far as I'm concerned, I don't even get recognized. So it doesn't push me out as much. So I need to spread my content over different time frames of the day so that it gets picked up somewhere. And because apparently my content's fine, my thumbnails, my descriptions, the way I've set it up with the playlists, it's supposed to do better than what it's doing. But it's just because I've got that competition. So if I can add something extra that they don't have, that then gives me something to put myself outside of them. Does that make sense? Because everyone's going to be running the same content. Why would they want to change to someone else when they can see it with their regular person that they're happy with? So I need to offer something different. And I think it's going to be a wicked.
There's one I do want to get rid of, the cross problems last time. We'll talk about that. All right, so thank you. So question number.
It was dropped in your feed, was it?
On the defense. Does the Commonwealth object to that?
Was I with AJ then, or because the last trial, watching myself go when I went back to have a look, I'd only just started, because I'd started I think at the end of March last year, and I was running the trial, and the only person in my chat was Gabby. She was the only one, and Brian, I think Brian, Gabby. Prior to that, I was talking to myself. Yeah, well, you probably picked me up on AJ's algorithm, to be honest. Possibly, but yeah. Me? How did I do that? You guys know Miss Shorty, don't you? I watched one of her streams the other day, and she's got more of a potty mouth than I do. And I was pissing myself laughing, because she's one that makes all these songs as well. She does exactly the same thing. So because I sent her the theme song that I'd made for this, because she's done one. And then she sent me this playlist of all of her Suno songs. And so, yeah, I've sent her, I said, oh, you've got to listen to Sarah Boone. This one's a pisser. And she's about 45 minutes from me. So we're going to try and organise something together, which will be, it'll be quite funny, I think. She's thinking she only can only stream on the weekends because she works stupid hours during the week. But she's going to try and do some guest appearances and, pop in here and there, bits and pieces, and we can see what we can do. But yeah, it's going to be a very, very busy 6 weeks once this starts. Ah, yay! Congratulations! Thank you. Oh, Carly Gregg. Yeah. Yeah. Little turd. Little turd. Nah, that's awesome. My birthday. Yep. The 4th of December. The 4th. I is a Sagittarian. Fire sign.
Question, I think it needs to be tweaked in the police just a little.
We do.
All right, so what's the?
Put that up.
I think the question, the way it's written, invites the juror potentially not follow the judge's instructions. And so I understand the attempt, the idea.
You just
is
missed
legitimate,
the
but the way it's written, it invites, I think, a jury to, or a juror to usurp what their role is.
She denied the motion to dismiss, I think, didn't she? Pretty sure she did.
And what do you say, Ms. Whittle?
I think if we just tweak the language a bit, I mean, we're happy to hear some proposals from the DA as to sort of the particular issue to have with this question. But I do think the question about the judge's instruction regarding, you're entitled to your own independent individual verdicts.
So they're always told that that their verdict must be their own. So there's language in there's probably language in our preliminary instructions, there's language in the charge, certainly. So if it mirrors that language, I don't have a problem with it. Otherwise, I might, so
We can mirror the
talk to each other
the
about
court's
that.
charge.
All right, so,
We would agree to that as well.
okay, thank you. Number 25 defendants, if you had to vote today on whether Ms. Reed is guilty or not guilty of the crime charged, what would your vote be? I tell them throughout the trial, they're not to speculate, they're not to make up their minds until all the evidence is in. I'm not going to even suggest that this is appropriate. So I'm not going to do that. There are enough questions on reasonable doubt, presumption of innocence, and defendant not testifying, so that's out. So the question, also, is there any reason why you do or do not want to serve on this jury? I don't think we should invite them to decide whether they want to serve this jury or not. I think we do.
But they're all gonna say no.
I don't know what the responses were. Does anybody have any information on that for me?
I think most of them were no. I think 27 kind of hits the same sort of, if you
Right,
have
if that-
general concerns about the case, so I don't have a strong objection to.
If that's what we're getting at, we've got it in 27. So I'm inclined not to put it on there. Again, I can hear from you beforehand, probably invite it out, whatever you got.
May I alert the court's attention, there's two on the first page that were slightly worded differently in the Commonwealth proposed questionnaire and the defendant's
Oh, okay, which
proposed
numbers?
questionnaire. If the court looks at number 4 on the defendant's questionnaire, we had kind of combined the Commonwealth's proposed questions 4 and 5,
Yeah,
so it's one question.
so that's, and I just got rid of Commonwealth 5.
Perfect.
So this one's better, so we will use that.
Okay, and then number 7, that was proposed by the defense, that is the similar question as number 8 in the Commonwealth's proposed questionnaire.
Yes,
It's just a different language.
I thought it was the same.
So we changed it to say, we tend to believe or disbelieve law enforcement officers, firefighters, or first responders more than a civilian witness simply because of their occupation, as opposed to automatically believe.
So we typically ask the automatically, what's the Commonwealth's position on this?
I have a strong preference, I'll defer to the court.
All right, so I will think about that, Ms. Little.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, so the question that I don't like, and you may remember, causes a lot of jurors to say, I have no idea what you're talking about. 21 on the Commonwealth, 20 on the defense. So you may find the defendant guilty based on circumstantial evidence, but you cannot find the defendant guilty based on speculation, guesswork, or surmise. Is it difficult for you to understand the difference between circumstantial evidence, speculation, guesswork, and surmise?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
It's your number 20. I'm not gonna read it again. It caused a lot of trouble before. I think in every single one, I had to repeat myself with the instruction that I gave in anticipation of this. I gave them a pre-charge on circumstantial evidence and not being able.
Yes, just the way that it's phrased in the Commonwealth's questionnaire, it makes it seem that the Commonwealth doesn't have to meet their burden of proof.
I think it should be omitted completely.
I have no issue with that, it's just the way that it's
Does the
phrased in the
Commonwealth-
Commonwealth's questionnaire.
It's too confusing in my mind.
Okay, it took out, if you remember, it took out an inordinate amount of time, virtually every single jury.
We have no problem with that.
All right, so that will be omitted. All right, so that's that. Ms. McLaughlin, I think you said, and I think I cut you off the other day, that the third page was right from Chisholm. I reread Chisholm on 95 pages of it the other day, and I didn't see it. Where does this third page come from? The publicity one.
The questions come from Chisholm, that were asked in the juror questionnaire. The other, some of the other cases, questions were part of the juror questionnaire in the prior trial that just moved over to this page, so this page dealt with a questionnaire exclusively on trial policy.
Okay. All right, I think that we all know many, if not most, and perhaps all the potential jurors have heard.
Helen. That name rings a bell. Ah, what was her last name? There's actually a lot of people when I was going back through the oh, sorry, I still got myself in big. When I was going back through the last trial, there was a heap of people in chat that I don't see anymore. So, shit happens, doesn't it?
About this case, giving them the opportunity to write the details that they recall down may take an awful lot of time and space that we don't have on this form, and frankly, I don't think we have. So,
Yeah.
what's your position on 3?
Now, if I may, I just hand up the Excel to the Chisholm case that outlines it.
All right, I'm not sure 2 lines are enough space for it, frankly. All right, I guess we'll see what we can do. I didn't realize it came directly, same language. Okay, looks like we're giving this a 3rd page of the questionnaire. Yes, Mr. Chairman.
Your Honor, I want to bring the court's attention something about, the court and counsel just discussed question number 7. Can I ask the court to direct its attention to
All right,
question
which
Page
the defendant's questionnaire on the first page?
I was in the middle of sending a a message on Discord, and my phone has been recording everything that I've said for the last 3,577 words. Mm-hmm.
That was the question. I think the court's going to consider whether to use the word automatic or tend to.
Yeah.
I believe that should be broken into 2 questions. It doesn't tell us anything. For instance, the way it's written in the disjunctive, would you tend to believe or disbelieve law enforcement officers, firefighters, first responders, more than civilian witnesses, just simply because of their occupation? If someone says yes, we don't know if that's believe or to disbelieve. So I think if we just break it into 2 questions and now we've got the space to do it, that would be more instructive.
Why does it matter if it's an automatic?
I'm not worried about the automatic part. It's the believe or disbelieve. That's the part that doesn't help us.
Right, so if it's automatic, simply because of a person's occupation, this juror would automatically either believe or automatically disbelieve. How does it make that person a juror? Why do you need it?
Because that tells us, it would instruct me at least, it would enlighten me on how to further question that juror. If someone says, well, I automatically disbelieve police officers, or I automatically believe police officers, those are 2 very different mindsets.
So I understand that. I'll consider it. I think we keep it as 1, and then if they say yes, we require it.
Okay.
Maybe. Let me see.
Okay, thank you.
All right, so it looks like we have the 3rd page as well. I think I have the statutory questions that I would ask of the Denali, right? If we take that question that Mr. Jackson just talked about, I can ask each individual juror, if I use the tend language, if the testimony were in conflict, would you tend to believe the testimony of a police officer more than any other witness simply because he or she is a police officer? And then conversely, would you tend to disbelieve a police officer simply because he or she is a police officer? I typically do that at sidebar in every case, asked exactly like that. So it makes more sense to me that we do it that way rather than a questionnaire, but if you wanted on the questionnaire, it's the way it is. So what's your preference?
That would be the defendant's preference.
Do you care, Mr. Bryant?
We prefer a questionnaire.
All right, so I'll think about it, I'll do it one way or the other, and you'll know next week. So one of the things that I was considering doing, so we have a lot of jurors coming in next week. On Tuesday, 218 jurors have been summoned, is my understanding. We will get some portion of that, we will get some fraction of that maybe, just on how it goes with whether people are here and available to testify on that date. To serve as jurors. So say we get like 150 or 175 jurors. I have my remarks to sort of just direct them to what their job is, as you remember, and then I leave and I give them the questionnaires. My guess is for the jurors to fill out this questionnaire, have the questionnaires collected and copied, might take an hour and a half or 2 hours if we have a really large number of people. What I intend to do, at least on Tuesday, is have all the jurors fill out the questionnaire, however long it takes. And depending on how many jurors we have and what time it is, maybe take 50 of the last jurors or so, send them home and have them come back the next day at 11 o'clock. If we've got fantastic court security here, hopefully we've got a courtroom to keep people in. There are a lot of things we have to juggle to get this done, and I don't want to waste jurors' time. So I would send them home, have them come back the next day at like 11, so that then the next day's jurors at 11 o'clock can spend that hour and a half, 2 hour process, filling out the forms, having them copied, given to counsel, and we can continue on with those jurors. So it's something we can decide on Tuesday when we see how many people are here, how many jurors we get, how many jurors the district court needs. But is that a process that you would be willing to do? Mr. Brennan?
Of course, no objection.
All right, so we'll try and figure out something that way to get things moving that way. All right, the list of witnesses, you both have a list of witnesses. I told you you needed to combine them so that I can read that to the jury and a statement of the case to the jury. Do you have that yet?
We have not combined them.
All right, so I need you to look at that, and a statement of the case to read to the jurors. It's all part of the final trial conference, so I should have had it last week. So I need that by Thursday. Is there anything else we need to discuss today?
There's still a few outstanding issues. One is ARPA. And
Where do you
so,
stand with discovery on that?
you received some Julie letters last night. It is not the information I was seeking from my motion that was allowed by the court. And so I have great concerns about waiting for the day before their testimony to pursue the other discovery that everything entitled to.
What do you say, Mr. Jackson? Wednesday.
Your Honor, I do not know what Mr. Brennan is referring to with regard to what he's looking for and grave concerns. The hyperbole is unnecessary.
So there was a motion allowed, so that should be able to, there was a motion for the discovery allowed a while back.
It
So that
was.
should narrow,
Right.
right?
Pardon me?
That should narrow things.
It does, and we have not, I attempted to confer this morning with Mr. Brennan, and my recommendation to the court would be for us to confer further, because I just don't understand what he thinks is out there, but we haven't conferred fully either.
Okay, all right, so do that, we can address this next week. I think we'll probably have plenty of time to sort of tie up loose ends during the impanelment process, because I think it's gonna take a very long time to get a jury.
Understood. And I expect we'll file a response to a proposed expert. We received a report last night. And I didn't receive it until later, which I want to have a chance to respond to.
And Your Honor, if I could, please, one more item when it's appropriate for Your Honor.
That's okay, go ahead.
Thank you. We did receive the, Your Honor may recall the argument over Dr. Welcher in Your Honor's direction request, and then the assent of the Commonwealth that they would redo what they had provided, that 140 slide presentation. We did receive that, but we received a lot of other material in addition to that, huge megabytes. I haven't even been able to open it up. It takes so long to open it up. I respectfully request that we, Your Honor, grant us please 2 more days than what we had to take a look at that, because it's just taken an extraordinary amount of time.
Makes sense, Mr. Brennan?
I can be clear, there's no new information. What Mr. Welch did is that all the information he bases his opinions on was in the gigabytes we provided to the defense, but he wanted to make it as seamless as possible, so to effectively hold their hand through it. He put each site under each slide so they can find it in the file folders exactly where it is. So it's instructive and helpful, but it's not new.
Your Honor, if I may, I don't disagree with Mr. Brennan's characterization. However, it is still 140 slides or so. I was expecting a rather substantial narrowing, so what we have to do is we have to go, and unfortunately, I think Your Honor is going to hear similar points that we made, but it's going to take more time, because I had the expectation, maybe unreasonably so, that it would be a narrowed slide presentation. So I'd appreciate the 2 extra days.
All right, so when does that put us at? What was the time frame originally?
I'm sorry, Your Honor, I don't have the specific date handy right now.
The timeframe as far as the response,
Yes.
well, we were supposed to exchange discovery yesterday. And so I had that presentation sent over last night. They sent over the 2 letters, and I received the third dog experts report.
If I could, Your Honor, I maybe Attorney Brennan misunderstood the question. He is correct that he provided us with a presentation last night, but the question, I believe, Your Honor, was when was our time, because Your Honor had given us time to respond. And I apologize, I don't have that date. What I'm just asking for is 2 more days beyond it, but.
I don't think I gave it to you.
Yeah. Okay.
So you were 2 days to respond to that.
I have 2 days from today.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. So there are a few matters outstanding. I will have the decision on motion to dismiss, should by the end of the day, buffer zone, probably by the end of the day. And I'll get everything else done as quickly as possible. All right, anything else?
The only other thing is a logistical issue as it pertains to both the voir dire process as well as during the trial. I wanted to ask the court if there was a mechanism by which Ms. Reed could have at counsel table some sort of earpiece or headphones or something that's slaved to a microphone up at the bench at sidebar so that she can listen in on both. It's
Yeah.
very, I want to avoid that if possible. It's clunky. Especially during the voir dire process. I think it would be uncomfortable. And quite frankly, I think it would be a little inappropriate to have jurors with Ms. Reed standing right there.
Heaps of
with
defendants have
us.
those headphones on.
Heaps of them. They do that all the time, but
It may be something you're choosing not to, but she has every right to be there at sidebar. So you say you don't want that, you want some accommodation. I don't know if we can do it. I'll think about it.
we could.
Just some headphones.
Well, one of the things that we were talking about is potentially
Hello, mister.
a closed circuit wireless microphone up the bench and a set of headphones here. She can listen in.
Put it all in writing. I'm
Okay.
gonna let you have it before today. We've been moving around courtrooms. They may not be able to happen.
Okay.
All right, so the alternative is she can come to sidebar, but any sidebar discussion, impanelment, whatever, it's her absolute right. If she chooses not to do so, I'm going to need you to tell me that.
I'll put something in writing and perhaps I've got a plan in the back of my head. I'll put it in writing. And
We have a lot of different equipment that we need to make sure has priority. It's in the
Understood.
courthouse, so I'm not very hopeful that.
Oh, God, I've missed a heap of chat.
Okay.
What's going on?
Thank you for entertaining.
All right, one thing, when we get the juror questionnaires, the supplemental juror questionnaires that we talked about, we'll need you, we both know what our decision is here, other than the 10-2 versus automatic. Let's go with 10-2. And I can either do that at sidebar or in the form.
It's actually been delightful the last couple of days. It's been 23 to 25 degrees Celsius, which is what? Hang on. I don't know. 75, something like that. I don't know. And it's almost, because we are coming to the end, obviously, of our, what are we in March? Well, we're supposed to be in autumn, but it ain't autumn here. It's still summer. We're a month behind. But we're sort of having that second round of flowering and growth and bees and all sorts of stuff happening. But the last 2 days have been just divine, like sit out in the garden with a cup of tea type weather. It's just, the breeze has been beautiful. It's just been perfect weather. So, yeah, Easter's normally a big one here because it's the last of the long public holidays. So the first half of the year is top heavy as far as public holidays go, because you've got Anzac Day, I think, is it? In January? No, Australia Day. Australia Day in April, in January, and then it's Labor Day, March, Anzac Day, April, Easter. Yeah, Easter's sort of like the last one before they drop off until June. And there's one more in June, and then come summer again. So Easter is generally, the unions over here work it so that instead of just getting the 2 days of the Monday, Tuesday for Easter, Monday, Tuesday, all the big construction companies have the 3 days after that. So they pretty much get 9 days paid for Easter. So it's a big, long, and the last of the good camping weather. So Easter is terrible if you want to go camping in Australia, because every man and his dog's out. You're better off going overseas. I remember sitting Oh, my granny's. Ah, did you used to put the pinhole in either end of it and blow the egg out and then soak it in like food colouring and stuff and then paint them? Wow. Wow. That takes me back to, yeah, bloody hell. Bloody hell. Yes. I used to love doing Easter egg hunts, but I used to have to I have to count them and I had to give myself hints because I forget where I hidden them. I was an old-fashioned girl. My mum said I wouldn't wear pants. Yeah. My youngest, she said she'd be somewhere and the next minute she'd be running around with her pants and a nappy off and you'd have to go hunting high and low for wherever she dumped it. She just wanted to run around with no pants on. Yeah, it's been absolutely beautiful here. Beautiful. Mind you, I didn't get out of bed till 4 o'clock this afternoon, so but I copped the end of it whilst I was watering the garden.
What I'd like you to consider, and lawyers have done this in other cases that I've had, is if there are answers that are clearly what you believe would both sides agree jurors excused for cause. In an effort to be able to go through this vast amount of jurors that the jury commissioner's office was kind enough to summon.
Certainly does.
If things stand out to you, it would be ideal if you could agree that jurors number 8, 12, and 16, both sides agree should be excused for cause based on supplemental questionnaires. It would be very helpful if we could do that. And maybe keep a running sheet that would be a joint proposal.
Any requests? Anything that you specifically would like to catch up on or have a quick look at or whatever after this, because this is nearly done. And we've only just hit the hour mark. So yeah, if you want to go over something or you want to check something out, or we could go and check out As the Gavel Drops and have a look and see what's on the books, on the dockets. Let me know what you want to do.
Proposal to excuse these jurors for cause. It may happen when you look through the questionnaires on folks that we sent home to have them come back the next day to just call 5 people. The court officers call.
I know I need a cup of coffee though.
So please think about that. It makes sense to me. It was very helpful when lawyers were able to get along well enough to do that in the case that we tried, that we could change venues on because of the All right, anything else?
No, thank you.
Your Honor, there was a motion for reconsideration that was filed with regard to the metadata underlying, I can.
You can make an objection. Go ahead.
I just wanted to make sure that the court saw that motion and it was filed. I don't know if the court wants to hear oral argument, I'm happy to do that, but we just wanted to make sure that that gets decided.
Okay. All right, there's still a few minutes.
Thank you.
All right, anything else?
Nothing, Mr. Chair.
All right, we'll see you on Tuesday.
Court order, please.
Next Tuesday is what? Oh, what's the date today? 20. Oh, next Tuesday is the 1st. So that's. I know you were. It is a bit confusing, Tricia, with the start, because they're saying 1st of April the trial starts, but that's the 1st of April is when jury selection starts, and they're anticipating at least 2 to 3 weeks for them to seat a non-biased jury. So that's why I put the 15th for the actual start time, because there's no way it's going to happen before then. But it'll be a daily evaluation and update and checking, and basically, so there'll be 3 of us on the panel. What's his name? Maybe we should go and check him out. Let's go and stalk his channel. Where is it? Where is it? There it is. Okay. So, Welsh News Network. So he's in Wales, in the UK. He didn't follow the first trial. he's of the opinion that Karen is guilty, which is fine. But he's been, I said to Mandy, there will be no warnings if he's disrespectful or anything at any time. He will be booted that fucking fast. He won't know what fucking hit him. So she's read him his right. I think he's a bit scared of me. Oh well. Welsh News Network. Okay. No. Maybe I need to do it one word. Yep. There it is. WNN. Okay. I'm going to drop his link in chat so that you can all go and stalk him and have a look. So he's the third panel member that will be joining us. What's his name? He's got 12,000 subscribers. He thinks she's guilty, but he's not convinced. Didn't watch the first trial, and he's just watching the new one now from the information that he's been given. What's his bloody name? I don't think she's giving it to me. Let's have a look. Let's just have a look. Oh, I'm on there. Why isn't that showing? Oh, because I'm in front of it, you idiot. That's better, is it? All right. Let's have a look. Has he got any lives? Let's have some fun and stupidity. All right. That works for me.
I don't know you, but I hate your guts. I don't love you, you can kiss my butt. I knew your wife when she was just a slut. I'm a badass son of a you-know-what. A keyboard cowboy, a hashtag threat. Everybody's brave on the internet.
Clever.
When my thumbs get to typing, I get balls of brass. I'm down for anything, you gotta stick up your ass. I'm the reason guys like you always finish last. Your mama didn't give birth to you, she just blew you out her ass. I'm a keyboard cowboy, I'm a hashtag threat. Everybody brave on the internet.
Through that.
Long on snark, short on shame, hiding behind my anonymous name. I'm the scum of the earth, I'm the shit on your shoe. Me and my followers are following you. Well, I'm a vicious rover, I'm bold-faced lie. I'm a tweak my daily twaddle with a twinkle in my eye. Don't you just love to watch a baby cry? Cross my heart, hope you die. I'm a keyboard cowboy, hashtag threat. Everybody's brave
On the internet. I like that.
Long on snark, short on shame, hiding behind my anonymous name. I'm the scum of the earth, I'm the shit on your shoe. Me and my followers are following you. Well, I hit where it hurts, I cut to the chase. I lob grenades from an undisclosed place, but when the tough get going, I run and hide.
I'll probably get copyrighted for that. Whoops. Whoops. Fuck. I'm gonna have to skip to the Oli. Okay.
Yes, and I no longer have people telling me I shouldn't say that people are bastards or assholes or twats, so call me.
Run and hide.
Good evening, YouTube. Yes, that's right, I'm back. You all thought there was going to be no more me. Oh dear, what a shame. Tough luck, motherfuckers. I'm back. Yes, and I no longer have people telling me I shouldn't say that people are bastards or assholes or twats or cunts or that they should roast in hell. That's right, this channel is definitely not PG-13. Anyone who thought it was going to be, oh my god, where the fuck have you been? KDD? Yeah, I'll go through the band list. I haven't actually had a look at it, and I'll look at each one and see whether they should be unbanned or not. Glad you liked that song, Free Karen Reading TV. It's always fun to have just some stupid fun and laugh at stupid people, which is what I intend to do a lot more of. Hey, Shifty. Uh-oh, trouble people. That Shift Happens is in here. She's always up to no good people. Really is. And yes, it is going to be the same level of stupidity, stupid costumes, idiotic things that it always was, just without a panel for the moment. There may be a new panel joining. Bom, bom, bom. Yes, there might be a whole new bunch of people to drive you clinically insane. Okay. So what should we start with? Should we have entitled people or fights at traffic lights?
Entitled people. Entitled people.
Okay, let's start with entitled people.
Oh, stop.
No!
Stop.
Get the f out of here!
Stop.
Don't touch me, please.
Let go of the door.
Excuse me?
What are you doing?
This is my partner. I'm asking you to stop
Okay,
touching
and
me.
I'm telling you to stop.
I have a rifle on. I'm asking you to stop touching me.
Stop.
Please get your hand off me.
Then step back
This
from
is
the car.
my partner. I'm asking you to
And
stop
I'm
touching
telling
me.
look at me. Step
I have
back.
a right.
You don't
I'm
have a
telling you,
right
I
to
know
be
my
ripping
law.
outdoors in front of the cops.
Yes, absolutely, Pants. A whole load of people I intend to victimize. It's fucking awesome. Glad you could join in. Well, I'm a pirate. It was the most evil
You know
thing
what?
I could find.
We should get him to dress up as Auntie Bev for the panel.
On short notice, and so I picked this since I am the apparently most evil person on the internet and victimize everyone. Woohoo!
This is my partner.
I don't care who it is. Step back.
I give a f about you having a badge, bro.
Go ahead.
I don't give a f.
Okay.
I'm asking you to take a step
Put your arms
back.
behind your back.
No.
Put your arms behind your back.
No.
No. Put your arms behind your back.
No.
Let go.
Under arrest?
Yes.
Why?
Disorderly conduct. Put your arms
It's a
behind
lie.
your
I'm
back.
talking to my partner. Go with me, bro. Get
Yep, there's a tattoo.
I'm asking you to get the f off me. No.
Turn around.
Get off me, dude.
Turn the f around.
No.
We're done playing.
No. I'm not playing with you. Get the f off me, dude. Get off.
Touching a police officer? Yes.
Put your hand.
That's a felony now. Whoops.
You stupid.
Yeah, she's been drinking. Probably ain't the best excuse you can come up with for explaining someone's crappy behavior to the police. Doesn't tend to work.
Stop. I'm letting go.
Then stop.
All right, I'm letting
All of
go.
your hard work is just down the drain now because you're getting arrested because you wanted to drink and you wanted to act a fool.
How could you?
No, you! This is your fault, not mine. Yeah, and I'm letting everybody know you're getting arrested because you wanted to drink and you wanted to act a fool.
Go sit in the car. We'll talk to you in a minute. Why you gotta make it hard? I'm trying to talk to you, see what was going on, and you make it hard. Sit down on the curb.
Don't talk to me like that.
You want to
I'm
telling you, get in the car. You're under arrest. You got anything on you that's gonna put me sticking and hurt me?
Yep. Give it all to her, please. Do all the boy that you gotta do, you fucking asshole. You bitch. Don't.
You were making it so much worse.
Fighting.
Are we doing this? No, you did this to yourself. All you.
You don't gotta do all that.
Sit in the car.
Listen,
Put your feet in.
I will
We're done.
cooperate.
Put your feet
Listen,
in.
hold on, let me talk
We're
to you.
not
Listen.
listening. Put your feet in. I tried to listen to you. Put your feet in.
I will.
One.
Damn, dude, I'm trying to get my wrist together.
Sit down and get.
I will. Can you let me get my wrist together?
I got her. What's going on?
She's drunk. I mean, it's so intoxicating.
Oh, I think that's the biggest understatement of the week. She's drunk. Yeah, no shit. I'm surprised there's any beer left in that state.
How did this happen?
She got drunk with her friend. And can I have her phone? I need her phone and the keys.
She says.
I need the phone and her keys.
If she says she can.
I need her keys. This is my car. I need her keys. I need her phone. No, I need her.
You're not telling us what's going on.
You came up here when I was talking to her. I don't care. I was having a conversation with her by herself, and you cops wanted to interrupt.
Yes, people. It's a 2 for
Oh
1.
my
They're both
God.
entitled people. Yay!
Okay, it's okay. It's my fault. I've been an asshole. It's okay. It is okay. It was my fault. It's my.
Sit down.
I am. Can you just?
We had a dispute. It wasn't even physical. She tried to open the door, and this motherfucker came up and tried to arrest her. That was it.
Can I just fix my wrist? Ah shit. Ah shit.
Here, it's fine.
Oh, it's not. No, I got like turn my wrist real quick.
So those are her keys?
Yeah, no, that's my car. That's my car. Those are my keys. That's my phone. That's my keys, my phone, my wallet.
Hold on. I just gotta turn my wrist. Oh, there you go. Hold on, it's got to.
Fuck, did I find this shit?
Ah. Okay.
That is registered to me.
Stop yelling.
That phone I bought. That's my phone. It's
is it her?
registered.
Okay, if you say so. I have no idea. All I know that Shiz is a piece of shit. Unlike Shifty, who's actually a good friend.
Under my name. No.
She's using it, then she has to keep it.
No, it's my phone. I asked her for it back. That's the whole reason why we're in this dispute. I pay for that bill. It's under my name. I paid $900 for that phone. I let her use it.
Can you grab this up on my wall and just give it to her?
Everything's at your pocket.
This one?
Yeah, everything's at.
I need her phone. I paid for that phone.
So if she had the phone, and I'm talking to you reasonably, you gave it to her as a gift, and she's been using it?
No, I let her use it for tonight because her phone she broke yesterday. That is my work phone. That is not her phone.
You just said you gave it to her.
I let her use it today. Yes.
Okay. That's why this is all.
Yes, because she wanted to go out and drink. She was texting people off of my phone. I came here to get out of my house because she's been drinking. She asked me where I was. I told her the police station. I seen her pull in and she thought I was at somebody's house. So she tried to open the door. And then that's when you were sitting right there and she pulled over here and she told me to open the door. And I said, no, well, I didn't realize that the door wasn't locked. So she opened the door.
Yeah, tell them that I'm drinking, you dumb bitch.
But she has been drinking. She's been drinking.
There is not anyone who's watching this or was there who doesn't know this fucking woman has been drinking.
Since 11 at night.
Can you at least put the handcuffs in the front? Bro.
Sorry, you understand, we don't know what the heck's going on.
I pull up, I just see her yelling and screaming, pulling on the door.
No, I
don't know
get it.
what's going on.
No, and
when I tried to talk to her, she went high into the room.
I know, and she has every right to get arrested for that. I completely understand. I told her that she needed to relax, but
can you put the handcuffs in the front, you fucking asshole? Man, I'm not. I don't give a bitch. Fuck you, bitch.
Just trying to open the door.
I'm just fucking asking if you could put the handcuffs in the front, bro. This hurts, bro.
1197, 52210, Veronica. Can I just talk to her for 2 seconds before you take her? Can I just tell her to calm down?
I think we're past that. She's not
But she's crying, and I know her drunk.
Just fucking asking if you could put the handcuffs in the front. It's not a big fucking deal, man.
Can I just tell her to calm down?
You already tried to tell her to calm down, and it didn't work.
I know, but now
She's just going right into there. Don't know how this is going to go, but if she calms down, she can get released to somebody sober and responsible. But I don't want that. Honestly, I don't think that should be you right now because it seemed pretty heated between you guys.
You want somebody to cooperate with you? Why the f*** you cooperate with me, bro? I'm telling you, I'm about to make a problem, bro. Hey, bro, I'm telling you, I'm gonna raise hell in this bitch. I'm just asking you if you could fucking put it in the front. I'm not about to fucking go nowhere. I'm restrained, obviously. Damn, dude. Hey, fucking asshole. You act like you can't hear me. I swear to God, I will make a problem. I don't give a
She hasn't even got a seatbelt on.
Bro, fucking bitch.
What would you say besides disorderly and the resisting, maybe obstruction? Because I told her to stop. She was trying to grip the door.
Obstructing, resisting.
And I was like, stop.
DCP, disorderly persisting, obstructing, resisting.
Cool.
Yeah. Disorderly persisting, obstructing.
What the fuck?
Hey, stop kicking
I don't think she's very happy.
the door.
I'm asking you, bitch. I don't give a fuck. Move my handcuffs in the front.
No.
Bro, I promise you I'll make a problem, bro.
And I promise you they're not getting moved.
Bro, I don't give a
Stop kicking the door.
If you don't give a fuck about me, I don't give a fuck about you.
it.
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I will kick this bitch here, bro. Bro, I'm telling you, let my handcuffs up front, bro. This hurt, bro.
Stop kicking the door.
Tase it. Just tase it.
Stop kicking the door.
I'm trying to fucking ask you. You been an asshole. For what, bitch? I don't give a fuck.
Hey, wife.
You gonna do me a favor?
Wait, I've got to name the hat. Ah, god damn it. Can we call the hat Bob? Just Bob. Yeah, we'll call the hat Bob.
By putting the handcuffs in the front, you asshole? Dude, I'm hurt. I'm just asking a favor.
No, we can't get favors.
Man, shut the fuck up like a normal human being. I'm asking you a favor. Yes, you can.
Come on.
Man.
Oh, like what kind? Tricorn. Because it's got 3 corners and they called them tricorn hats. Yeah, they weren't that imaginative with the names.
Fuck you. No, fuck you. Take me out. Come on.
You got that?
Might go get an extra charge for you taking me out.
You're gonna get a lot of charges.
Hey, come on, man. Come on.
There you
Come
go.
on.
There you go.
I'm gonna shirt you. I'm not that difficult.
All right. You guys have one. All right.
What are you?
Good.
What's your name?
Rollerson.
Oh, so you're an asshole. Stop touching me like
Go
that.
down there to the.
I will corroborate, but don't. You will not.
No.
You're not gonna get cooperation on me if you touch me like that, bro. I'm trying to tell you, be easy. God damn.
So much easier if you just come on.
But if your fucking like partner would be a fucking easier dude, it wouldn't be this difficult. Stop, right? You are such an asshole.
Bad
Yep,
boys, bad
one under the
boys.
chin tattoo. I
What's
think
going
it says because, but I could be wrong.
I can't wait till I'm an officer, because you know what? Even though these punk ass charges, I will be an officer. You're a fucking asshole.
What is she here for?
Decent,
Drunk.
resisting, and obstruction.
That's a fucking lie. I'm gonna fight that in court. I'm gonna get a fucking lawyer. Fuck you.
That's your right.
Yeah, I know. Fuck you.
The suspect was charged with disorderly conduct, resisting, and driving while under a financial responsibility suspension. She is innocent until proven guilty in a court of law.
I did like that one. It's amazing just how stupid people can be.
He's got a teenage
Hey,
Ninja Turtle.
Since we're here, and because I broke the original information about him despite what others may try and say, I think we should dedicate a song to Fraud It Wrangler. I have just the song for him.
I'm gonna have to mute it. Sorry. I'll get copywritten again.
Ow. Ow, Anthony Carter. Harsh. Accurate, but harsh, dude. Ow.
Well, when was this?
Well, he could have gone ahead with Irish. Oops. No, did I say that out loud? Oh, dear. What a shame. Oops.
A month ago.
Get out of the car! Get on your belly! Take it! Get on your belly!
Taser, taser.
You are getting my cruiser. We're trying to turn this around on me.
It's just before 6 p.m. in Alliance, Ohio, where police were called to a courthouse parking lot after
Silver Diamond, Warren Gatland was the manager of the Wales rugby team. Yeah, he's resigned because they're playing as if they're English. It's bad. They are playing so bad.
a man reported a woman trying to block him from filing a police report.
You can roll the window down or I can pull you out. It's up to you. Roll your window down or I'm going to pull you out.
I actually think I've seen
Roll your window down.
Oh, and in case anyone tries to ban or time out Anthony Carter, don't. Rugby fans are brutal to one another and we say the most vile shit to each other because we can, and it's rugby and it's more important than religion. No, Dino, it's not soccer. Rugby is American football for people who are not wimps and need to wear armor plate.
Or I'm pulling 48 headquarters. I'm going to need another car. Roll your window down. If you don't, okay, I'm going to arrest you for obstructing. I am going to arrest you. I promise you I am. It's, if you don't exit the vehicle, I am. You're not touching me. If you don't exit the vehicle, I am arresting. Hurry up and get here. You can call whoever you want. If they interfere, they're going to jail too. Come out of the car or you are under arrest.
away from me.
48 headquarters. Stay right here.
Okay.
I think from memory they block her in with the
48
cars.
headquarters.
I think.
So you were coming here to file a complaint? Yeah.
Yeah, but with what she does, she kind of deserves it.
And she tried preventing you?
Yes.
How did she try to prevent you?
She's blocking the entrance.
Okay.
Back with the suspect, another officer looks to calm down the situation.
No, get him away from me. Get him away from me now. They already beat me the fuck a week ago. Do not let him near me.
I'll be out with 48.
My foot's still. Do not let them near me.
Who? Who? These people?
No, my this cop, the other cops, they tackled me a week ago. Do not let them near me.
Okay. Why'd they tackle you a week ago?
Because I called them. Because my son's dad's been trying to take my kid from me.
Okay.
He needs to stay away from me, please. We already made a police report. They're trying to make them shame me and not make me make a report.
Okay.
He needs to stay away from me, please. He's not letting my son talk to me.
Hold your son.
I haven't spoken to him since last Sunday.
Okay. Can you roll down the window a little bit?
He lost my phone number.
Okay. Who is
My
this?
son's dad.
Okay.
I was just on the phone with the sheriff.
Okay.
And the sheriff said you guys can't do anything because it's an alliance, but I don't trust you guys after that
Okay.
happened.
Okay.
He needs to get in my son.
If I'm able.
I asked them if I could talk to my son.
Okay.
That's my sister. Do not let him touch her. Do not let him touch her. Do not let him touch her.
He's not going to touch her.
Do not let him
Calm
touch
down.
her. No, don't stay away from me.
Officers later identify the suspect, seen here as 31-year-old Kayla Ryder. And as you just heard, she has a visitor who tries to join in on the fun before this situation takes an unexpected turn.
This isn't your business. You go over there, or you'll go to jail too.
Painkillers and a coffee.
Go over there. You're going to jail too. What's your name?
Stay away from me.
Here's the deal. You can either come out of the car or I'm going to break out the window.
Why are you guys trying to arrest
I'm going to break out the window if you don't exit. No, you can go over there.
Why are you guys trying to arrest me?
If you don't back up, you're not standing behind us.
Okay, I'm not standing behind you.
Oh, she's going to have reason for the tears in a little bit. Because when these fake tears don't work, she tries some shit and then there's real tears.
No! .48 headquarters. She's trying to take off. We got a pursuit. She almost just struck Olivia. Now she's got the collar pinned in. No, stay the back. Get out of the car. 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 On the ground. On the ground. On the ground. Face on your belly. Get on your belly. Get on your belly. Get on your. Get on your belly. Get on your belly. Taser. Taser. Get on your belly. Taser.
Officers tase Kayla after she allegedly rammed into two cruisers and nearly hit an officer.
I'm not sure you need to say allegedly on this one. We just fucking watched her do it. She definitely did it.
Let's rewind and take a look from a different angle.
What ended up happening? What's happening?
They're trying to take me away again. Don't let them take me away. Keep him away from her. Keep him away from her.
Listen, your window's going to break out. You're going to come out. Get on your belly.
Get on your
Get on
belly.
your stomach.
Get on your
stomach.
Get on your belly. Get on your belly. Taser, taser. Get on your belly. Taser.
Get on.
Hey, everybody, we're going to get you right.
That would be a question for the Royal Engineers. I have no idea. And her problem, KD, was she's fucking nuts. This bitch be crazy.
Back to that body cam in just a minute, but here's a question and sponsor. You know why they're so big?
On your back. Put your hands behind your back. Get off of me. You don't do this to me again. I told you guys I didn't trust you.
Kayla is tasered a second time as police work to wrangle in the suspect.
Put your hand behind your back. Put your hand behind your back. Let me go.
Here, here's the.
Let me go. Let me go. Let me go. Let me go. I'm not doing anything. I am not doing anything. And this again. You guys did it again. Let go of my wrist. Psychos. Hey.
Only you, Ship, with all this going on, could make a comment that you like her dress.
Yeah, you
Don't you move or you're getting zapped again.
You are such an abuser. You are a abuser. Do not zap me just because I called you an abuser. Okay? No. Can you not? He needs to stay away from me. I already talked to you guys about this. So give me my medications. Get off. No. You're trying to take my purse again. Stop.
Cut it off.
No.
We will cut it off.
Mondoni, no.
Issues.
Let me have. Do you want me to cut off your
We're
purse?
way past that.
No, it's not. When he just tasered me.
We will cut it off
Look
if
at
you
my
don't give it to
because
us.
of you guys last time too.
We are taking it off. If you don't want to give it to us, we're going to cut it off. Do you
It's
understand?
fine.
Give me your knife.
It's why are you guys doing
My
this?
battery's dead.
Why are you guys
You want to play
doing
these
things?
stupid games? We're
No,
just going to
but
cut
you're
it off.
pressing that. Oh my god. You guys. No, you did. Nope, that's all you, girl.
Well, look who's in the house. The second that I step away for 2 seconds, shit always happens. Welcome, WNN. Welcome. Do you prefer Dan or call you anything but late for dinner? And how did you know we were watching you? We were stalking you. That's hysterical. Yes, she's I have seen this one before. Absolutely. Absolutely. Did you know we were watching you? That happened yesterday too when we were talking about toxic orchid, and she popped up in chat at the same time. It's like I mention a word and they appear. Did you want to pop up? And we're just killing time. The motions hearing only went for an hour, and it's we thought, well, we got time. Got time. And I was telling the girls about you're joining us for the trial. So I said, all right, let's go check them out. And that's where we are. I love the pirate hat. You're gonna have to get the blonde wig and come in as Auntie Bev for the stream. That'd be hysterical. Oh dear. Yeah, so if you want to pop up and have a chat, you're more than welcome to. I can drop the link in the chat, and you can come and say g'day. Or you can chat and chat, that's fine. Whatever suits you. But you have to say the longest train station name for me. I can't think of it. I can only say the end bit that says go, go, go. Yep. Coming in with the blonde wig, and all you need is like a black. Oh God, you could get an op shop black robe type thing. All right, hang on. Let me go. Oh. There you go. Links in chat if you want to jump on and say hello. As I said, you're not interrupting us. We're doing nothing, and it'd be nice to meet you. And the girls can give you a quiz. They can interrogate you. No, they won't. I promise. Don't be scared. Or should you? Where's the Udahef when you need him? I'm surprised he's not here, given that it's Karen Reid hearing. Oh dear. That one. What have we got next? It'll be nice, you promise. Hang on, I gotta move this shit. Hang on. There. Hello, hello.
Hello, how are you doing?
Welcome, Dan. How you doing?
Pretty good, pretty good. Not drunk yet, so that's always a good sign.
What's today? It's Wednesday. What time is it over there?
About 20 to 5.
In the evening.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. What's it? Oh shit! Hang on. I'm just trying to get rid of this overlay. There we go. That's better. So what is it? March. So you're just coming out of winter, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Allegedly, it's still cold, wet, and foggy. So typical Britain.
Yeah. Yeah. It's horrible. My father's
At some
from
point,
Liverpool,
we'll have our
so-
1 week.
Yeah, when that hits 20, everyone's down the beach.
Yep.
Down the well, and the beach is all stones. It's not sand.
Oh no! Fortunately, where I'm from, we have actually a lot of beaches.
You're in Wales, yeah?
Yeah.
I've got family in Wales. So, can you pronounce the train station for me?
Do you want to
You know the one.
pronounce the full one, or do you want it how we actually say it?
I don't know. I've heard it said before many times, but it ends with go go go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The full one is Samvad Pus Quingingis Gogero Cantisidians Gwingobais Gogogo.
Yeah, that's the one.
But we don't actually use it.
Oh, what do you call it? A train
Samvad
station.
PG.
What was that?
Samvad PG.
Ah, I thought you said I can't say it. It's PG.
Oh no,
so
I
what-
struggle to be PG.
So do I. So do I. In fact, I just put before I came online earlier, I had some fuckwit telling me that I really would have liked to have watched that, but you were chatting through that, and I'm like, yeah, this is a fucking commentary channel, you fuckwit. If you don't like it, go and watch Court fucking TV. So I made this
That's
disclaimer.
literally what you're meant to do.
Yeah, yep. If you don't like it, fuck off.
Plus, YouTube get really upset with you if you don't actually do that.
What? Swear?
No, if you don't add commentary on stuff when you're doing reactions and stuff, they get very upset.
That's right, because fair use.
Yeah.
You've got to make it your own. And I'm going to have to clip my video at the end, because when I clicked onto yours, I had that. It was a great song too, I must say, the Keyboard Warrior. They'll probably.
No,
Right.
it's not. Jeff Daniels doesn't.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
The end song
he's
of
good.
mine also doesn't, but I don't know if you want to play that one. But that is by an Australian.
Sorry, what was that?
The end song on mine also doesn't get copyright struck, but it is by an Australian.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Oh, well, it's got to be good then.
Americans find it offensive.
Oh. Why?
It has the C word in it.
Oh, yeah, but see, we use that. It can be a term of endearment.
Oh, it's definitely not in this song.
Yes, no, Aussies, it's interchangeable. It's like fuck. Fuck can be used in so many ways.
Yep.
It's great. It's great.
Oh dear God! I've just thought of something. Miss Mandy's going to lose her mind with both of us together.
She's actually just about to go live, I think. Yes, she's a bit religious, isn't she?
She tells me off frequently for not being PG.
Well, she knows what she's in for, so she's been informed, and she's going to have to deal with it, isn't she?
Well, yes, part of it is
Yeah.
because I have an evil sense of humour, and with her PG rules, I figured out a way round them. I
If someone tells me
super
not to do it, I do it more.
Oh no, what I was doing was super chatting her the most vile things I could think for her to say.
And she had to read it.
Yeah.
Oops, I'm on the wrong. I have creeks and rivers. What's creeks and rivers, Teresa? What are you talking about?
You can probably get a shot of antibiotics for it. Be fine.
So, were you born and bred in Wales, or?
Yeah, I'm first
Yeah.
language Welsh, but I've spent a lot of time outside the country and travelling.
Because it's almost like a little country within a country, isn't it, Wales?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's only about 3 million of us.
And there is a whole different dialect as well.
Yeah.
Yep.
You got North and South Walian.
Yeah.
Very different.
Yes, my dad's Liverpudlian, so that's where I get my sense of humour from.
Oh, we are going to have so much fun.
Yeah. Yep. I've been over there twice. I lived there for 6 months, but up in the Lakes, Lake District near just in Ambleside.
Oh, it's nice up there.
It's beautiful. Yeah. Beautiful. So my family are originally from Liverpool, but they all moved up to Ambleside, and one has moved to Wales. So she's been there for a while now. Her and her brothers. Yeah.
I hope
so
she's enjoying it.
Small world, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. I did spend some time in Australia once, but the whole thing about everything trying to kill me put me off.
Oh, really? Whereabouts in Aussie did you come to?
Sydney.
Yeah, well, that'll do it. Came to the wrong spot.
And then Canberra.
Oh, definitely. Fuck. The two worst places in Australia.
To be fair, I didn't get to pick. It was a work thing.
Okay. Yeah, no. They would be the last two destinations on my list.
Although I will say, both of them beat hands down Los Angeles.
Oh. I have not been to America.
Well, I had a 3-month contract to work in Los Angeles. I quit the contract after 3 months.
Oh. Well, it's in the middle of nowhere, isn't it? If you're not a gambler, then what have they got to offer?
It's just full of plastic people. There's no one real there. They have no personality, no sense of humour, nothing.
Yeah. I found that similar in London. I found that it's a concrete jungle. I was going crazy. I felt I was boxed in. That's why I had to go up to the north. I just couldn't. No trees, no grass, no green. Just too many people. Get me out
And
of
the
here.
people in London are arseholes.
Yeah. Yep. There's that too. Yep. So much prefer the northern. Much prefer it. And then we went on a tour up to Scotland, and do you think we could understand a word they were fucking saying? No. Not one word.
Glaswegian can be funny after a few pints.
Oh, that's right. I remember having the old cider and black.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
And you call sarsaparilla dandelion and burdock, is it?
Yep.
Burdock? Yeah. Funny names. And the best hot toddy I ever had was in Windermere. Oh. Got drunk off the fumes of that.
Oh, they'll do it.
Oh, yeah. I should have got the recipe off them. So, you excited?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be good fun.
Have you had a stint off YouTube, have you? And just come back recently? Yeah. And
Yeah.
That's what you said at the start.
For about the last year, I've not really been doing much except for my day-by-day World War One shorts, and that's pretty much all I've been doing, and the occasional live.
Yeah. So what's your channel like? Is it true crime? What's it aimed at?
I did a lot of the covering the auditors.
Auditors
Yeah,
of
these sovereign citizens and all this lot who believe that they're above the law and don't need a driving license, all that nonsense.
Yeah, because they're traveling.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's very popular. In fact, most of my shorts, they're the best. They're the best ones for the soft sits. I probably should focus on them a bit more.
It takes a toll on you if you're covering them every day.
Oh, for sure. For sure. I think I've been focusing more on live trials and stuff here because I've only been on here just coming up to the 12-month mark now. And like it's 10 to 4 in the morning here. But for me to be able to do the live trials in the US, I have to start at 1 a.m. because that's 9 a.m. their time.
Yeah.
And so I've become like that's my body clock now. But it's been a bit of a detriment as well because it's put me up against the big boys. They're all streaming it live and they're all streaming the same content. So for me to actually reach the algorithm against them is exceedingly difficult. So
yes and no. There's I covered the first Karen Reid trial, and we actually got quite good viewing numbers out of that one.
Do you have an audience in the UK though, or is it?
It was all over the place.
Okay. I got good ratings from the last trial, yeah. But like I pretty much stream 5 or 6 nights a week. So I have 5 nights during the week, and then every second Saturday we've got a podcast, and I run that with Justice is a Process, Steve from over in West Virginia, and we find either a controversial topic or something that's trending in true crime and cover that and do a bit of a deep dive on it and open it up for discussion, which is good. That's been a lot of fun. But yeah, so we're going to be doing with the Karen Reid, the Daily Show, which is going to have the 3 of us on. So what time of the day is 9 a.m. for you, like Eastern Standard Time?
I'm trying to think. God, what time zones is I'm thinking? It's either going to be 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Oh, that's all right. That's doable. All right. So it's only me that's a stupid one then.
I think this coverage is going to be really good because we're doing something no one else is doing.
Which is?
We have 3 people with 3 different opinions of it.
Mm-hmm.
Which should make it much more interesting to watch.
Yep. I agree. What I'm also doing, I bought this, I was telling the girls before, I bought this, it's a kind of an app, but it's more like a database. And it's a legal database that it's been made for attorneys to use. It's AI driven, but it's more than AI, if that makes sense. So I've been streaming the first trial and taking the transcripts and uploading them into the database, and every individual witness, their testimonies have all been going into this database. So once the first trial has finished, I will have a complete overview, or like a complete case, word for word, of the first trial. And then once the second trial starts, it'll be I'll be adding that at the end of every day, transcribing it and uploading it, and then I can compare one to the other. And you can ask it any question you like, and it will answer you in a factual like with facts based on the testimony that's in the trial. You can ask it any question you like and it'll tell you within 5 minutes.
That's going to be very interesting because I think they're going to be very different trials.
Oh, yeah. There's going to be a lot of fireworks in this one.
Oh, yeah. And it'll be interesting to see how much Turtle Boy ends up getting dragged into this one.
Fucking hell. It's almost like as soon as Turtle Boy does something wrong or is deemed to be doing something wrong, it adds to her guilt, and it's like it's linked. It's fucking bullshit. It's absolute bullshit. And yes, he has ridden off her coattails, and yes, the fame has gone to his head big time. And I don't agree with his journalistic efforts, so to speak. But he did do his groundwork at the start. You know.
Well, partly, but he also didn't admit that he was a paid-for shill.
A what?
They paid him.
Who?
Karen Reid and the brother.
Paid
you know
Turtle
that
Boy?
you know that new car that Turtle Boy's been driving around in? That was paid for by Karen Reid's brother.
What for?
For him helping them out. It's one of the issues I have with Turtle Boy is he never discloses who's paying him.
So when did that car get purchased?
Right when he started covering them in the first trial.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Because he was the one that went round to all the houses on Fairview asking if the police had requested their ring cameras and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. And where did that information come from?
Court documents. He had to reveal it.
And that's just come out recently, has it?
No, it's been out for a while.
I don't particularly follow Turtle Boy. I did watch a few of his things initially, but yeah, no. It wouldn't surprise me if he and Krusty Panties have some kind of agreement, because I think they've both risen to fame from just purely drama bullshit, and I'm not interested in that shit. Could not be bothered.
Well, I just find it funny how the pair of them hate each other so much now.
Yeah.
But they both got their start together.
Mm-hmm. That's what I mean. I reckon they're working together and they're going, right, let's hang as much shit as we can on each other and create as much drama, because that's what gets them the clicks. That's what gets them the likes. Hello. Yeah. I don't trust any of them. None of them.
Well, I got burnt quite bad by Kate and them, so I'd have no love or trust for them.
Kate's
Krusty Panties.
Yeah. What's her YouTube channel name?
Masshole Media, I think, or something.
Yeah. So you've had some dealings with it, have you?
Yeah, and with Adrian, I've had online debates and that with Adrian and stuff, and yeah.
Adrian?
Turtle Boy.
Oh, Aiden, sorry. Yep.
Yeah, I just call him Adrian because it really, really upsets him, and he gets really upset by it.
So how did you get involved with them?
I covered one of the auditors called Chili De Castro, and so did Kate, and of course Adrian was throwing bombs at Kate, so it was a whole thing, and Chili tried to also be friends with Turtle Boy, and that didn't work out, and there was a whole load of drama. And
was this before Sean McDonough came on the scene, or?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Have you had any dealings with him?
I don't think I have.
The
name doesn't ring a bell.
He's the ex-DEA agent that teamed up with Turtle Boy initially. And then they turned on each other as well, because Sean's accusing him of wanting the limelight, which is true.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
There's no doubt Turtle Boy just definitely wants the media attention.
Oh, he even gets on now and says things like, you know, you can, if you want your message read out to the class, you have to, you know, donate, blah, blah, blah. But anything under $5, you can fuck off. I'm not even bothering. Like, fucking hell. Really?
I mean, up to a point, I get it. I mean, I have a thing of, if you definitely want your message read out, yeah, you're going to have to super chat it or whatever it's in to definitely get it read out. But I might just pick it up because I think it's interesting anyway, even if you haven't paid a penny.
Yep, absolutely. Oh, and he says now too, you know, if he'll get on and he'll go, well, I know that there's a documentary on Karen and I can't compete on that against that, you know, rah, rah, rah. So if you want to watch her instead, he gets really shitty.
Well, yeah, because he wanted to do the documentary. But with his arrest for going way too far.
Oh, with the witness intimidation.
Yeah. I mean, it shows you how far he went. He's actually facing more jail time than she is.
Yeah. Well, he didn't get, the last hearing he didn't get a conviction or anything, did he? No.
No, I don't think
so. They were going to revoke his bond, weren't they?
Yeah, because he has a habit of doing silly things and then wonders why he's in trouble. And it's like, yeah, dude, because they told you not to do this.
Yeah. Individually, like each one, you can, you know, they're technically not illegal, but combined together, yeah. And then asking or trying to fuel other people to do it on his behalf as well. But no. There's no need.
And the whole thing where they were, you know, going to the kids' football and baseball games and stuff like that. And it's like, no, dude, that's just harassment at that point.
That the one where he went to speak to Jen.
Yeah.
In the grandstands.
Yeah. That was just blatant harassment. Could have done it anywhere else, but to do it at a kids' sporting event, you've now crossed the line.
Hello, Edith. Welcome. Edith, meet Dan. Dan is from Wales, in the UK, and he will be joining us for the trial, Karen Reid trial, on the panel. So Udahef is an avid Karen Reid is guilty.
That makes two of us.
Oh, hello, Steve. How you doing? Steve is Justice in the Process. He is the co-host with me on the podcast I was telling you about. Everyone's popping in.
Yeah, it's a good thing.
Do you want to jump up, Steve, or are you just popping in to say hello? It is a good thing. Can you see the chat at all, Dan, or not?
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah. Can you work out what his name stands for? Because it's not his name. I'm telling you that right now. It's a synonym for something, and he won't tell me the prick. It's become a running joke. I thought it was who the hell you think you are, or who the... I can't get it. I get the first one, but the second one, no. Can't do it. Yeah. Did you notice I'm paying attention, Steve. I've been doing as I've been told. Steve's been giving me some hints on the little things like the SE, the optimization things and placement of words and stuff, just to maximize my potential to get into that algorithm, because I've been sitting on like between 700 and 800 for 3 months, I think. It's ridiculous. My watch time hours are over 10,000.
Hitting that first 1,000 is hard.
Yeah, you're telling
it's
me.
much easier.
The closer you get to it, the harder it is.
Yeah.
Yep. One of the people I used to do a regular collab with, she clicked over the 1,000 whilst we were together. But it was I saw it overnight. I was watching it, so I emailed her with a thing saying, congratulations and all this fireworks and stuff. And then we got on the next day, and she's like, "What are you congratulating me for? I'm only at 994." And I'm like, "No, you were at 1,000 last night. I screenshotted it." So for 3 days, her total went up and down before it actually clicked over. Arseholes.
Yeah, that bit always sucks because you're like, yeah.
Who the F is that? Who the F is that? How do you get that out of HEHCUW? Who the F? Yes, she is. Yes, she is. Anna's here. Most of my subs are from the US, East Coast mainly. Uda Hef's Florida. Teresia's Kentucky, is it? Yeah, that's bad. I forget where Anna is. Steve's in West Virginia. Yeah, mostly over there because I'm in their time zone.
Mine tend to be everywhere.
Yeah. So who else have you had? You had anyone come in as a guest on your channel or?
Yeah, I had a few guests. Used to do. I also, when I was doing it every day, we had like a panel of 5 members.
Mm-hmm.
So we used to do a lot of that.
Were they
people would take days off. Mainly insanity. We'd cover the subsets, but we'd do it in the most stupid and ridiculous ways possible. I mean, we did all sorts of stupid shit. For one show, I was dressed up as Lava Girl.
Oh, God.
They had me dressed up as pirates, steampunks, Deadpool, all sorts. My hair has been just about every single colour under the rainbow.
So was it regular 5 people on the panel or?
Yeah, and obviously you'd have people who take certain days off and everything, so we always tried to guarantee we had at least 3.
Were they all from the UK or?
Oh, no.
Anyone we know?
I was the only one from the UK. There was an Australian, and the rest were Americans.
Yep.
Oh, no, sorry, there was a Brit. There was a fake Scotsman.
A fake Scotsman.
Well, yeah, he was born in London but claims to be Scottish.
Mm-hmm.
God, we
so
used to do...
You didn't actually start the channel for true crime, or that's how it's evolved?
It's been heading that way because of doing the sovereign citizen stuff. Every so often, I'd not do a silly one. I'd actually do a serious breakdown of their criminal records and what they'd done and go through all the court documents. And those started proving more and more popular.
Mm-hmm. Yep. You have a favourite trial or?
There was one, I can't remember what the guy's name was, but it's the one where he does a Superman jump at the judge. And it was like a bail hearing. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to jump up, Steve? Let me know and I'll drop the link in chat. Steve runs about 4 trials at the one time.
Oh, dear God.
Talented. I know. He's got computers going, laptops, iPads, and he just constantly streams them. And he's got like this photographic memory. You could mention a trial and he'll be able to tell you who the defense attorney was and who the defendant was and what their sentence was and what their charges were. It blows my mind. But he grew up in his dad was a very famous criminal defense attorney in Virginia, and he's grown up with it his entire life, so he has a really, really good understanding of the legal system and its even though he's not formally qualified. It's really good because it gives it a good insight for me. I don't often understand why certain things happen, and he'll tell you the backstory to it as well. And he does love a chat.
Well, that's always good. Well, you see, he's grown up in a lawyer family, and lawyers always love a chat because they charge by the hour.
There's that, I suppose. But yeah, I have to say, Mr. Udehef is trial. Yes, he is. Yeah, he does. Yep. I think Udehef listens non-stop to trials and stuff in his earpods whilst he's working, and whilst I'm not online or Metrics isn't online. But he needs to stop going over to what's her name, Olivia Spencer or something. What's her name? Friends with Krusty. Olivia Spencer. I can't remember. No. Ah, she's one of them. One of them.
Oh, there's a lot.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So your opinion, you covered, because Maddie said you didn't watch the last trial.
Oh, yeah, we covered a lot of it.
Okay. So from the get-go, you've been that she's guilty, or?
Yeah.
Yeah? And what's convinced you?
To be honest, she did.
Mm-hmm.
It's the inconsistencies in her own story that paint her to be as guilty.
Like what?
Like the train wreck interview she did, where she admitted she might have been drunk and hit him, and she didn't know, and all the rest of it. It's like, well, hang on. You either hit him or you didn't. Make up your mind, because in court you're saying you didn't hit him, and then in this interview you're saying you might have. It's getting a bit dodgy. The ridiculous stuff her lawyers tried to pull with the dog bite.
You don't believe that's a dog bite?
That's never a dog bite.
Really?
Yeah.
And what?
There's a huge problem with it being a dog bite.
Mm-hmm.
It's only on one side.
Yeah, it's only one dog.
Mouths don't work that way. A dog's mouth, if it grabs your arm, there are puncture marks on two sides of your arm. There are no puncture marks on the other side of the arm.
No, it's that bit. That bit there.
Those are more consistent with the undercarriage of a car. Things like the exhaust brackets. Yeah, things like the exhaust brackets, the suspension mounts, the drop link. No, the brackets wouldn't be hot. The exhaust would be, the brackets wouldn't. The drop links wouldn't be hot. The suspension mounts wouldn't be hot.
And
the rear diff on it wouldn't be hot.
They're all in linear, regular.
Yeah. But the linear is another reason why it's not a dog bite. Bites are not linear. Mouths are just not that straight, especially not dogs' mouths. The teeth aren't that straight.
Because the way I see that arm wound, the central piece, the bit in the middle, more closer to the elbow, is where the mouth is, and the two sides are the front claws.
And you got the problem with the lack of DNA.
Well, there was no DNA on the car, except for a rogue ninja hair follicle that survived a blizzard and towing back to the fucking Sallyport. But yeah, there's no actual factual evidence to support that it was a vehicle pedestrian collision. And I'm medically, like I've got a medical background, so I worked in intensive care and was a qualified nurse for years. So I look at it a different way, because I'm looking at it as scientifically type of thing. Like, I can't get around. At the end of the day, my argument is the medical examiner determined the cause of death as blunt force trauma to the rear of his skull, causing multiple skull fractures and hemorrhaging within the skull. And it was called a contre-coup injury, where the force of the impact is so great that the brain is propelled forward in the skull, and it hits the front of the skull, and most of the bruising and stuff happens there. And so that then causes, the swelling and what have you. And that's what's caused you notice that his eyes, the eyelids are puffy, full of blood. Whereas if you get punched in the face, generally you crack the bone where it's very thin, the surface, there's no meat. So you'll split your eyebrow, or you'll get a black eye, but it'll be under where it hits the bone. It won't be puffy eyelids. And the only reason it's gone puffy is because the skull is obviously a fixed enclosed space, and the only way that blood can push out is through the orbital bones and down the brainstem, which is what happened in his case. So that's what he wasn't in a fight at all, I don't believe. He may have been in the beginnings of one, but he certainly didn't have the shit beaten out of him, that's for sure. I don't believe it was intentional, but I do believe that he went down to that basement. Have you actually seen the basement and how it was laid out with the weights tables? I reckon that he's gone downstairs, because remember his Apple Watch data said he went up and down 3 flights of stairs first, and then had 36 steps before it stopped. So my thoughts were, he's gone downstairs where the boys were. They're all having a beer. He's like, oh, shit, I've forgotten my stubby. I'll run back up to the kitchen, grab one, run back down. Whether he's run back down and startled the dog, because I believe the dog would have been down there with Brian, or someone's made a comment, who knows. But I think Brian Higgins and Colin Albert were all down there. Something's happened. He did cop something in the guts, because he did have some abdominal, there was something, I can't remember what it was, but it was minor, plus the pancreatic changes with the hypothermia. So that it was the blunt force trauma and the hypothermia was the cause of death. So anything else, in my opinion, is rubbish. You don't need to consider it, because that's what killed him. So it was a rear impact, and that's what I can't get around. So I reckon he's either been pushed or something's happened. He's fallen backwards, hit himself on one of those metal bars that support the weight, the barbells. You know what I mean? That's hit the back of his head. He's become unconscious, slid down into a semi-upright position, vomited on his pants, because that's where the vomit was, in his undies, and then had a seizure, which I think is the 36 steps on his Apple Watch recorded. And I think everyone else just shit themselves at that time and didn't know what to do. Because there would have been, he lost at least 3 litres of blood from that head wound. That's what the autopsy showed. There was no blood on the ground outside, apart from a few sprinkles where he was laying. There would have been a huge amount. And the position that he would have had to have been in for that vehicle to hit the back of his head with that much force in a 2-inch radius and not leave any DNA on the car, it would have had to have been bent forward, head backwards. She would have been able to see him in that position for a start. And he had 60 feet of notice that she was coming. It just doesn't make sense to me.
I
It does not
mean,
make
he
sense at all.
could. There are other ways he could get the injury from the car. It doesn't have to hit him, and the car doesn't have to cause that damage on the back of his head. If the car hits you and you are sent backwards, you can get that damage from the ground impact.
It was grass and snowy, though.
Yeah, it happens. They've had it with people who have punched someone once and they've fallen back on grass and actually received damage and died. It's the whole one punch thing. It's unfortunate,
but that force has come from the front and propelled. He didn't have any injuries at the front at all.
Well, he did on his body.
No. The only injuries were the arm, the pancreas, and the back of the head.
But he had the gut. The vehicle could have hit him in the gut area.
There was no bruising there, nothing.
But there's so much. I mean, I think both sides, to be honest, did such a piss poor job in the last trial.
Oh, absolutely.
It was abysmal. All of the lawyers involved from both sides should have been struck up.
It was a shitful investigation. And
yeah,
Proctor should not have been, he had conflict of interest. He should not have been there in the first place.
No.
And he can't tell me he was biased from the start with from the day one, he's calling her all names under the sun to his mates. Like, how can you have a fair investigation when you think about the person that's supposedly innocent until proven guilty? They weren't looking for anything else or anyone else.
The department screwed up the investigation anyway because they should have taken the safe option and had another department investigate it because it was an officer that was killed. There's going to be a bias.
And
it's
why
their friend?
Why didn't Brian Albert even come out of the fucking house? Really? Like, really? He's a fucking cop, a detective. And there's lights, sirens, ambulances, and his mate that was at his house not a few hours before is dead on his lawn. And you don't come out the fucking house. Really?
Yeah.
Fuck. No.
Even down to stupid things like the prosecution made a complete balls up of the evidence of her motive with her having the affair. They made a balls up of that.
Well, it was
And it's
apparently
like-
a kiss. It wasn't a. But yeah.
It's a huge, important part of their case, and they ballsed it up. It was like everybody just seemed to go out of their way. They were trying to outdo each other to lose the case. No one seemed to actually want to win.
Well, what is annoying to me is that the prosecution's job is to present a non-biased factual representation of the evidence to the jury to make the decision. Now, hiring a fucking outside lawyer for $225,000 plus is not a non-biased fucking, like, really?
Yeah, but unfortunately, the American system lets them do it.
Yeah, they're just doubling down. Did you watch any of his prior stuff, like with the Bulger trial that he was
No,
involved
I
in?
hadn't.
Because he was defense on that case, the defense attorney for Wani Bulger, and he's pretty much, it was almost identical scenario to what, like, it's completely flipped on its head. So in that case, they uncovered a shit ton of police corruption and all sorts. And he was hailed the hero for it. So it's not like it's unbelievable that shit can happen because he's witnessed it. Get down.
Well, yes.
And
all the stuff with the FBI investigation and everything, that was
forget.
mishandled.
People forget, why were they there in the fucking first place? Like, really? And then Hank whinges that he wasn't privy to any of the information. Well, that's because they were fucking researching you dickhead. It's just, yeah, it infuriates
I mean, the
me.
only bit the prosecution actually did well was their handling of Turtle Boy. With
This
their
time,
public
or-
statements, no, in the first trial, firing the warning shot across his bow, where they literally made a video specifically aimed at him, telling him, knock this shit off, or we're going to come for you. And he was too dumb to realize what they were telling him.
When was that? I missed that.
That was before the trial actually started. And
The prosecution made a video.
Yep, a public address.
You're not talking about Morrissey's
The
statement.
the one warning. It was basically aimed at Turtle Boy, warning him to leave the damn witnesses alone. And he was too stupid to realize it was. He carried on, so then they went after him for it.
I'm actually surprised that he didn't get sanctioned for that, because that is totally like a no-no.
Well, he was quite clever with how he did it because he never mentioned a name.
No, but he insinuated guilt and innocence and tainted a jury pool before a trial. So, yeah, nah. Can't do that.
It was the way he did it. He wouldn't have got in trouble for it, but it was cleverly done in terms of going after Turtle Boy because he couldn't feign ignorance.
Could you imagine if Alan Jackson got up there and did that now? There'd be no trial. It'd be fucked.
Yeah.
Do you think Beverly's been biased at all, or do you think she's been fair?
I think she's been fair, to be honest.
I have seen a lot more equality in the last, particularly even today's hearing. She shut Brennan down straight away, which was nice to see, but I don't know. I just don't know.
I think she needs to have a lot less tolerance for the stupidity that both sides are going to try and pull.
You think? I don't think she's actually got a lot of courtroom control. Did you see the hearing that was on the other day with Turtle Boy, where they were going to revoke his bond? Did you see the judge in that one?
I didn't. I missed that one.
Oh, you need to watch it because he was wicked. Oh, he was amazing. And yeah, he held, you could tell he had the authority in that courtroom, and that's what they need.
Yeah.
They're just walking all over it.
Well, see, I remember way back with the OJ trial, one of the big problems with the OJ trial was Judge Yoshito had no bloody control over his courtroom. It became a farce.
You are going to get on really well with Steve. Steve's dad was involved in that case because it was right at the start of when DNA was coming into the scene. And he was on, it was one of the lawyers that was involved sort of on the outskirts of that trial. And yeah, there's a lot of shit that happened and went down there that never came out.
No.
Never.
And there was also a problem that the DA, looking from the outside, the DA did its best to lose that one. I'm not talking about the actual ones in the trial. I mean the actual office. By assigning someone with so little experience going through all that personal crap, and they assigned her to the most high-profile case they'd had in decades.
I've not watched it. I've never gotten into it. But I would like to. Apparently it went for 9 months or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but Steve knows it inside out.
It was a huge just screw up on so many levels.
And he's adamant of his innocence. There you go.
Well, he was till he kicked the bucket.
What do you mean?
OJ's dead, isn't he?
I don't know.
Yeah, I
I've
think
no
so.
idea. Never followed it. I know it's a massive trial, but I never followed it at all. What year was that? That started? Like,
Oh dear God.
yeah, I must have
I'm
been in my
trying to
teens, I think. It'd have to be what, early 90s?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Well, I would have been,
Oh, 95.
So I had my first child at 98. Yeah, I was 22. So other interests.
Yeah, trial began January 24th, 95 and finished on October 3rd, 95.
Yeah. Yeah. 90. Actually, I was in the UK, I think, in 95. Was Mad Cow then?
No, it would have been a bit earlier.
Maybe it was 94 I was over there. Because I can't donate blood ever, apparently, because I was in the UK whilst Mad Cow disease was on, apparently. Not that I could afford to eat meat anyway. Fuck. And what's with the whole not eating pumpkin shit? Like, I remember going around trying to make a roast dinner for a Sunday night in Australia. Traditional roast is, your meat, your gravy. Really, really miss my Yorkshire puds, but potato, pumpkin, peas, roast carrots, occasionally some turnip, but that's probably my English ancestry coming through the old carrot and turnip. But roast pumpkin is delicious. And I tried to I went to 4 different preterists over there, and they're all like, no. The last one looked at me stupid. She goes, it's not Halloween yet. Why would I have pumpkin? They feed them to the pigs.
Yeah.
You never eaten it at all?
No, we don't.
It's bizarre.
Oh, we don't even eat it when we scoop the insides out to do the jack-o'-lantern.
For Halloween. What the fuck? You're missing out. You really are.
Just
what about
another thing
pumpkin
here.
soup?
Oh, God, no.
Oh, my God. It's delicious.
No, it's not. It's missing meat.
You eat mushy peas.
Yes, but with meat or fish.
Fish and chips, yeah.
Yeah.
It's scampi in your chips.
Yeah.
Gross.
Mushy peas are awesome.
No, they're not. What?
Yeah, you just got to make them right.
And your black pudding, your ecky thump.
Yeah.
It's an intestine full of blood and I used to eat
fat,
that as a kid.
oats. Yeah.
My
It's
dad
good
used
for
to
you.
fry it up of the morning, slice it up, fry it in the pan with the bacon.
Yeah, it's good for you.
Well, a lot of iron in it, yeah.
Yeah.
But gross.
Why, we're not anemic. Oh, there are worse things that they eat over here. Did you ever get to try tripe?
Oh, they have it here, but no, I won't eat it.
No.
No.
Some of them will have it raw with vinegar, you know.
Oh, God. I remember my grandmother. She used to get the fat from the tin, the roast tin, and use it on bread like butter.
Yeah, dripping.
Oh, yes, that's it. Ugh. Gross.
The best one of that is when you use the fat from the bacon. If you fry bacon, pour the fat over the bread. Oh, that's nicer. Especially if it's fresh bread.
Anything with bacon is good.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, it's never been made bad by adding bacon. Nothing could. Gotta love your bacon.
And proper sausages.
Oh, a Cumberland one.
Yeah.
Pan dripping in cornbread.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. What was that thing you were telling me you cooked, Teresia, and I had no idea what it was. Was it? Like, you eat some weird stuff too. Like, they'll come up with something and I'm like, the fuck is that? And I have to Google what it is because I've never heard of it.
I must admit, I'm a bit of a foodie, so.
Oh, yeah, me too.
I have this rule: if it can't outrun me, it's food. And if it can outrun me, I've got a shotgun, so it's still food.
A friend of mine won't eat salad because he's like, I don't eat what my I don't eat. How does he say it? No, it's gone. It's like I don't eat what my prey eats. Type of thing. Yeah. 4:30 in the morning, the brain's dying. Yeah, cowboy candy. What the fuck? Sausage and biscuit. Who eats sausage and biscuits? Like that I would never.
Yeah, but remember, it's American biscuit. It's not biscuits.
It's a pastry, isn't it, or something? Or I don't know. I've forgotten now. Sausage and biscuit. You're gonna have to explain it to me again, Teresia. I've slept since then. Oh, yeah.
It's basically the Americans' version of Toad in the Hole.
Toad in the hole.
You get a big pan, you fill it full of Yorkshire pudding mix, and you throw sausages in it and throw it in the oven. And then pour gravy over it.
Can you make Yorkshire pudding?
Aye.
I fucking love it. But that's cooked in dripping too, isn't it? In muffin tins.
Yep. The whole thing is to get it hot enough before you start.
Yeah, and it just goes. Yeah.
And then to leave it alone. Do not open the oven door to have a look at them. Don't do
like
it.
A souffle.
Yeah.
So when I run a trial, I generally try and find some funny little snippet things that I'll pop up on the screen if someone's pissing me off or someone says something stupid or, you know, and I made a couple last night, yeah.
One look at you and I know that you are an idiot.
So every time Hank Brennan pisses me off, he's copping this
All
one.
right, I've had enough. I'm going to wipe my ass with you.
Yes, it's me narrating. I just found some funny gifs and
Those are brilliant.
So that's what I'll have half a dozen of them.
Oh, you do know we're now going to have a competition with this during the trial, don't you? Because I'm going to make some up.
Good. This is I made this song up, and this is just a short idea.
So you can bring in Massachusetts, cause we all ain't got no quit. And we all know that the truth is my car is not the thing John hit.
I made a whole song up. I made a whole song. So our intro is that song. It's called We Ain't Got No Quit. I should do it one. I was gonna get who was that chick that sang the song? Do it, read my lips, do it, and put Jackson to do it in it. This is shit I do all day long.
Why not? You got to have some fun with it.
Oh, fucking oath. I've even got a man running on fire, and it's like, Lila pants on fire. That shit.
What was that? I got complained about the other day. I found this video of this mom and daughter turning up at the son's house, and they walk in, but it's the door cam that's recording them. And as they open the door, you can hear the son and his wife having sex. And it's the mother and daughter's reaction to it, especially when the mother's asking, are you supposed to sound like that during sex?
She has no idea. Oh, that's a bit sad.
The amount of complaints I've had over the short I did of it is ridiculous.
Oh, my Lord. Oh, you got to check out some of my shorts because I actually wrote a song about Sarah Boone. Hang on, I have to play it now. I often write like an AI. I write the lyrics, put it into AI, and make a song out of it for each trial. But yeah.
Well, why not?
Fucking A. Now, Sarah's one cracks me up, though. Are you ready? You hear that?
Yeah.
So my name is Sarah Boone, and I'm on file for my life. And my defense in this darn trial is that I'm just a battered wife. My boyfriend George and I would drink and end up in a fight, till a game of hide and seek caused massive changes overnight. You see, we had been drinking wine, and I was probably off my face. And my boyfriend thought it cool to put himself in a suitcase. When I zipped him up inside, he started calling out my name. So I recorded what he said, cause I thought he was so lame. I was so drunk that I passed out, woke up with a thumping head. And when I opened up the suitcase, I found my boyfriend who was dead. Now they charged me with his murder, and I've been locked up in this jail. And my fate may be decided from my recordings of his wail.
I'm not done yet. I cracked myself up.
At first I claimed an accident, and in my statement I would say the game of hide and seek is what we both wanted to play. And then I got some useless lawyers that were really effing dense, and they refused to change my claim to make it out of self-defense. So now I'm on my ninth attorney, and 5 long years has been a while, writing letters to the judge while I've been waiting for my trial. So when James Owen saw my ad, chose to help me save my life, he then put forward a new motion to claim defense for battered wife.
One more. Come on, Banjo.
So let's see who has the power. But I might stink during the trial if I don't get a doggone shower. I want my chippies and Pop-Tarts and a box of cookies too. And maybe add to that some water and some peppermint to chew.
Did you watch that trial?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you
watched some of it.
Oh shit, hang on. I'm gonna go turn on.
So my name is Sarah Boone, and I'm on file for my life.
I watched some of it, but the problem I had was that's not actually the first suitcase murder I know of.
Oh.
There was one where a MI5 or MI6 agent was found in a suitcase, and the freaking coroner ruled it accidental death.
Really?
Yeah.
Was it a bloke?
Everybody's just there going, how?
Who put him in there?
Well, they never went any further because the coroner said it was accidental, so there's no... That's it.
Oh. So you don't even know how he got in there?
No. But it was a locked suitcase as well. And it's like, how? But this coroner was like, nope, accidental. That's it. All over.
Of course. Of course. Oh, God. It's going to be very interesting, this trial. I think.
Oh, yeah.
Look, the actual, and as much as I hate to say it, the level of lawyering between the two of them, because they're both pig-headed and strong, it's going to be fucking... Yeah.
Yep.
I'll be surprised if there isn't any biffo. How good would that be?
It would be kind of good.
Yeah. Is it bad?
No, we're commentating on it. A fight makes it a much more fun show.
Yep. Yeah. I've got a bit of a dark sense of humor because of all the nesting. So you shit like that becomes second nature. You know what I mean? Like you don't mean to be disrespectful, but yeah, that's how
It's a coping mechanism.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. So I will absolutely come out with some fucking zingers and make myself look like a dickhead. Did I say that out loud? Whoops.
Yeah, join the club.
Yeah.
You're gonna have t-shirts printed.
Yes. Saying what? Hank's a dipshit. We have a dipshit award on this channel. We award it to someone every trial. Hank's won it twice. He hasn't even been to
Who's
trial
it we
yet.
used to have? I got told off for it. Oh yeah, it was the fucked with an anchor award.
Fucked with an anchor? Like as in
Yeah.
a news anchor?
No, as in a ship's anchor.
Oh shit. The Maritime Award.
And we had a song we used to play a lot of, and one of the lines was "You are Hitler in the bunker, fucked."
Oh. Yep.
Yeah, that offended a lot of people.
Yeah. Yeah. That's nearly as bad as saying the other N word. Oh Lord. Well, we should probably organise a some kind of powwow with the three of us and nut out how logistically shit's going to work and what's the type of thing.
Yeah.
Have you got an email address?
You've got me
I'll
on
put-
Discord.
Have I?
Yeah.
My
In
Discord.
the group thing that you
It's a
opened
long-
up today, the Miss Mandy added me to it.
Oh, the one with me and Steve and her.
Yeah.
Shit up. Okay. Because I figured that's the best place. If we all have one place to go, we're not missing anything.
Yeah.
Because I'm not emailing one and Facebook on the other and fucking
Oh no, screw
Discord
that.
on another. So yeah, all right. So she's added you to that group. Shit up. No worries. Well, I shall. Best time of day for you? After 5?
Any. I don't care.
Don't care?
I don't care. I'm usually around.
Yeah, I don't go anywhere either. I don't leave the house. All right, I will organise something over the next week or so, and we can get backstage and powwow. What
The only
we,
time I'm usually not around is weekends because I'm getting
don't.
drunk and laid.
I don't. What you? I don't stream generally on the weekends unless it's a podcast or something. But we're putting everything on hold for this. Yeah, I'm already dedicating most of my day and night to it.
Well, yeah. You have to, though, to do it properly. It actually takes... I don't think always the audience realises how much work it actually takes to do this.
Absolutely. Even one stream. Yep.
Yeah.
My daughter came yesterday and she said something. I was trying to get Siri to do something on my phone, and she's like, "Mum, watching you try and do IT is just like watching someone scrape their nails down a blackboard." I'm like, "Can you run a YouTube channel?" Yeah. Really? I said, "Okay. What platform do you use?" Streamlabs. I say, "You know how to use that, do you? And what editing program would you put with that?" Yeah.
Mind you, there is one thing that should make this easier than your normal trials. With having 3 of us, it's much easier to go for a bathroom break or a coffee break when you need one, because there are 2 others to keep it going.
That's where I went when you arrived. Always. I'll go for a pee and it'll go for a court break every time. Because I normally run an hour behind so I can skip that shit. I hate waiting.
Well, don't blame you. It is annoying, plus you've got to fill it in.
Yeah. Well, that's
It's
why I
not-
started Discord. To try and get people over there and do some activities and shit. And yeah. But that was a whole nother story. We'll go into that.
Oh,
later.
Discord is always a cesspool of hate and drama.
Oh,
It just is. It's Discord.
I hadn't even got the server launched. It was with the fucking people that did it.
Oh, yes, I was told about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
Yep. So I wasn't even sure if I could get your message on Discord because one of them's been shut down now. The one I paid for.
No.
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, I know. Never mind. Alrighty. Well, it's 10 to 5, so I'm going to fuck off, Ski.
Yeah, you should get some rest, otherwise you'll be knackered tomorrow.
I didn't get up until 4 o'clock this afternoon, so I've got to run. I've got to set up a sleep stream now for day 5 of trial 1 so I can get the testimony and transcripts tomorrow.
Oof.
Yeah.
Well, nice to meet you anyhow.
And you too. Thank you very much for joining us. It was good.
No problem. I shall catch you in the future.
I'll see you when I'm looking at you. Thanks, Dan. All right, my lovelies. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Oh, where did my kitty cat go? 4 times I've knocked those fucking things down up the back, little turds. All right. Well, that was nice. Yeah. I'd rather get to know him and get more familiar with him before we go live, like with the trial. So that's good. I'm glad. I think it'll be good. It'd be nice to have a male as well, instead of us chicks being up here all the time, because we can be bitchy. Apparently. All right, darlings. Thank you again for joining us, or me, us, them, whoever. And what's today? Wednesday. Tomorrow's Thursday. I might try and rustle up this this video I've been working on and finish it off. I'll find something, don't you worry. So I shall see you same time, same place, same back channel. Don't be good. Be bad. Bye-bye.
Hey there, thanks for stopping in. We hope you will join us again. We all look forward to next time. We get to talk about true crime. Clues. Justice served in an honest fight. True crime tales till the verdict's right. Solving more than just trivial quests, where sentences rule and the defense rests. Our true crime family is great. All types of topics we debate. Smash that like and ring that bell. Hit subscribe, you might as well.